When you face the Pickett County Bobcats, expect a fight.
We play for the ones who came before us.
Excellence is the expectation.
Being a Bobcat means playing to your full expectations.
We fear no one.
Lady Bobcats basketball is very intense.
We play fast. When teams come here, they'll be in a fight for all 32 minutes. Being a Bobcat means giving your all.
At Pickett, we expect to win.
At Pickett County, winning is a habit.
I wear the Pickett with pride across my chest.
Tradition here is unlike any other.
Excellence is the expectation.
We are Pickett County Lady Bobcats.
And we are Pickett County Lady Bobcats. We are Bobcat basketball.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Eagles' Nest of Van Buren County. Everybody, we are ready to rock and roll here on the UC Sports Nation YouTube page. My name's Riley Chestnut, and I am joined by the second-year star of the broadcast booth, Casey Bolden. So, how much difference do you feel we're going to be expecting here tonight, Casey?
You know, Riley, number one, welcome to the broadcast. Excited to have you on board this year. This has got a big feel here tonight, big basketball game. Both teams, early season jitters, probably see some of that. Excited to have you on board, excited for another season on UC Sports Nation.
Me too, Casey, me too. So diving right into it, Van Buren County, starting off with the matchup between the Eaglettes and the Lady Bobcats, brings back a very experienced bunch of teams' talent that made it all the way to the state tournament last year. And of course, you cannot talk about Van Buren County women's basketball without mentioning Layla Bolden, a Miss Class A candidate last year in Miss Basketball ranking. What exactly do you see from them?
Yeah, let's talk about tonight's keys for the game for Van Buren County. As you mentioned it, Riley, they're a senior-led team who went to the state tournament last season after they knocked off a very talented Red Bowling Springs in the sub-state. Their experience in big games and big stages give them an advantage tonight. Let's see how the Lady Eagles respond and if they can exploit that Pickett County youth. Number two, Riley, I'm interested in how they guard the post. If they allow Reeder to catch cleanly in the post and play straight up one-on-one, or run extra defenders at her and play in front of her with weak side help and make her work harder to receive entry passes. If they play straight up, Riley, I think there's opportunity for Reeder to do some damage down low. So let's keep our eyes on that low post tonight. Lastly, I think the Lady Eagles want to get this home court crowd energized and really feed off that energy. It's a veteran Lady Eagles squad. They catch that extra gear when the crowd gets jazzed up. Let's see if they can make an early run to get the Lady Bobcats from Pickett County on their heels. Riley, that's tonight's Casey's keys for the game for Van Buren County.
Good keys there, Casey. Another big key. You got to look at the way Pickett County performed in the first half against a bigger, stronger Cumberland County team and say, if they can keep that same intensity and not let a bunch of threes hit you from the outside in, I'd say that Pickett County's got a pretty good chance here in what should be a fun environment tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Riley. Let's talk about tonight's Casey's keys for the game for Pickett County. Riley, I'm looking for who's going to step up and bring leadership to this youthful Bobcat team that's loaded with underclassmen. They only lost one senior from last year's team, so most players that will get minutes tonight, they've got experience. But who's going to bring leadership, hold people accountable, and take charge of this team? Hopefully we'll see some signs of that tonight for who's going to step up. Secondly, Riley, post play. Callie Reeder is trying to throw her name in the hat as one of the more dominant bigs in the Upper Cumberland this season. I love her footwork down low and her ability to alter shots around the rim. If the Lady Bobcats can get her involved early, it's going to open up shots and driving lanes for Emmy Lowe, Allie Eminette, and Zoe Nichols. Lastly, Riley, I'm looking for mental and physical toughness from the Lady Bobcats. Van Buren is an extremely tough place to play. They've got a senior-laden team that's been in the trenches before. How will this Lady Bobcat team fight through some adversity and play through contact and try to pick up a big win on the road tonight? Riley, that's tonight's Casey's keys for the game.
Another good set of keys here, folks, as we take a break and come back and get you closer to first tip in tonight's battle between Van Buren County and Pickett County on UC Sports Nation.
Tip-off is coming. Bobcats basketball, the People's Bank countdown to tip-off.
It's game night, but sniffles are slowing your MVP. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Dad doesn't feel like a pickup game. Your choice is First Choice Family Care, 864-3232. Mom has been benched all weekend. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Taking care of your family team all year round. Primary care, preventative care, wellness. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Walk-ins and appointments. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Always accepting new patients.
Powered by Hall's Sports and Outdoors. Crisscrossing the Upper Cumberland. UC Sports Nation tonight.
I'm Jacob Vinson. The Clark Range girls basketball team started their season 1-1 earlier this week. Head coach Lamar Rogers is starting season number 47 in Clark Range, and he says he's not sure where the time went.
Don't really know. In some ways, it's just it hits home for me. I've had opportunities to go other places and go to college and everything. It's been home for me, and then it's the strategy. Watching the players mature and grow up and graduate. For the players and me, it's about creating memories, good memories, and I think we've done a lot of that over the years.
One of the teams the Lady Buffaloes will face Saturday will be the Livingston Academy Wildcats. Coach Leslie Riddle says she's not deep enough to play 10 girls this season.
I don't have 9 or 10 that are that equal, but it gives us an advantage. Even losing 9 seniors, it gives us the advantage of having those other kids that have played a lot of minutes and a lot of quality minutes. And we would start the game and sub 5 or sub 4, but usually at the end of the game it was the kids that were playing the best at the time, and a lot of these kids were those kids that were playing those minutes. And top 5, 6, 7 kids, we feel really, really confident, but then we're going to have to really work to get some of our other ones ready.
We'll be checking scores throughout the evening from UC Sports Nation.
Welcome back to the Pickett County pregame show. I'm Riley Chestnut, and I am happy to be joined alongside one of the veterans on this team, without any seniors, mind you, Allie Amonette joining us here. Allie, what did you take away from the first game at Cumberland County?
It was a hard first game. We played hard, and they're a good team, but there was definitely a lot to learn from that game.
What were some of those things that you felt were the best learning lessons you got?
Obviously, we were missing a ball handler, so we all are going to have to learn how to handle the ball better. And rebounding.
That being said, Zoe Nicholas in her first high school game, she put up a decent performance. How happy were you for her?
I was really happy for her. Playing your first high school basketball game can be really nerve-wracking, and so I was just proud for her.
Now, what were some of your takeaways on how you guys can take what you learned there and bring it here tonight in front of a packed house here at Van Buren County?
We're just going to have to learn from the mistakes and make up for what we did there.
What's sweeter to you, a glass of chocolate milk in the morning or making a three-pointer at the buzzer to win it?
It's a hard choice, but probably a three-pointer.
Personally, what goals do you have for yourself entering this season?
Just to be the best teammate I can be, make everybody better around me.
Allie, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
That was Allie Amonette joining us here on the Pickett County pregame show. I'm Riley Chestnut, and we will be back after this, closer to first tip.
This is the People's Bank Countdown to Tip-Off. People's Bank and Trust of Pickett County.
Livingston Regional Hospital wants to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Livingston Regional is thankful for the community in which we serve.
Keeping your family healthy.
Delivering the best health care possible.
Today, when there are so many options available, Livingston Regional says thank you today and in the new year. You can trust Livingston Regional's experienced team of doctors, nurses, and specialists to keep your family healthy. Livingston Regional Hospital. Visit mylivingstonhospital.com. Today, your health, your home.
Most insurance ads end at competitive rates, as if that's all that matters. As your local professional insurance agent, that's just where Kiesling Insurance begins. When it comes to insuring your home, your car, or your business, Kiesling Insurance offers you personalized service and advice, along with a choice of companies to fit your needs. And yes, competitive rates, too. When you need insurance, call them, or be sure and contact the team at Kiesling Insurance or visit them online at kieslingins.com for details about life, home, auto, or business.
Riley Chestnut joined here in the Pickett County pregame show by women's basketball head coach Brent Smith. And Coach Smith, your team competed really, really hard in the first half, but what were your takeaways from adjustments in the third?
Well, just that
also we come out ready to play, I think, in the first half. And, we didn't turn the ball over much and really done a good job on the glass, which I thought would be a crucial part of the game. So, we did a good job of, not turning it over and got some good looks. And, we shot the ball really well, and so that kind of gave us a spurt.
Plus, it's kind of hard to defend a girl who can shoot a three-pointer from NBA range, isn't it?
Yeah, she was 6 of 9 for the first half, and the last one she made right there going into overtime. Going into halftime, we had it at 4. She makes a one from the volleyball line and puts them up, 7. So it kind of deflated us a little bit, and then we turned it over, in the third quarter during that stretch. Come out of the halftime, and just wasn't ready to roll in the third quarter.
Overall, with a bunch of young players, what did you like about the resolve that they showed, and what attitude did they bring?
We're just we knew going in was going to be a difficult one. When we scheduled, knew it was going to be a difficult game, especially on the road. And like I said, Zoe Nicholas was her first game ever as playing high school basketball, and in a tough environment with playing a bunch of seniors, and thought they was really physical with her, and she adapted to that really well. So overall, we're never happy to lose, but overall you take it for learning steps, and I think it was a pretty good game for us.
Zoe obviously filling in for your star, Emmy Lowe. What's the status on Emmy tonight?
Well, we're going to limit her minutes. She's cleared. We're going to limit her minutes. We're going to see how it feels, and we've got a brace coming. She's going to get specially taped tonight. But I think she looked really well Thursday in practice. Looks like she's cleared, ready to go. So we're going to give her some minutes and kind of see how it goes. And we're going to check for swelling tonight, obviously. And if there's no swelling, we'll turn her loose a little farther on Tuesday. But we're going to take some baby steps with her and see how it goes.
Facing a Van Buren team that's coming off a state tournament appearance, what exactly are you expecting tonight on the opposing side from the Eaglettes?
Well, they have one really good player for sure, and they've got a couple. They're down a couple, I think, tonight with some injuries and some sickness, I think. So we're going to have still with they'll have work cut out for us because it's a tough environment here playing here, and we're going to have to play faster. We're going to change our tempo. We couldn't play as fast like I like to play on Tuesday. We're really going to try to press, get up and down the floor tonight. So I think that'll be to our advantage too.
Like you said, different environment, a little bit of a closer setting, more of a small town feel to it.
Well, yeah, this is more like what we're used to. We're going to a 4A gym back to a 1A gym, so it makes it a little difference. And it's they got some pride here. I mean, they've got a lot of respect and pride for what they do here, and they bring the crowd every night. And it's a really extremely loud gym. I've played some really, really loud games here, sub-state games. It's amazing how loud it is. So we worked on communication. Will be a problem too. So maybe we can take the crowd out of it early and be ready to go.
Coach Smith, best of luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
That was head coach Brent Smith joining us here on the Pickett County pregame show. I'm Riley Chestnut, and we'll continue on after this.
Bobcats basketball, sponsored by Pryor's Auto Spot. Get your car repaired, done right the first time. Schedule your work now at pryorsautospot.com. By Brown's Funeral Chapel, helping families all across Pickett County. Proud to support the Bobcats. Brown's Funeral Chapel. Union Bank, the modern tools to make banking easier. The experience you can count on. Union Bank, member FDIC. And by Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty, where we soar higher. Book your next auction at eagleauctions.com.
Since 2007, Dale Hollow Exxon has been serving this community. That's a lot of buzzer beaters and great wins. Jason Meadows and the team at Dale Hollow Exxon love the Bobcats and are proud to support the team. On your way to the next game, swing in for a fill-up. Sandwiches, fresh baked goods, and delicious pizza for every Bobcat fan on your team. And of course, Synergy Supreme Gas from Exxon to keep your car running with the speed of the Bobcats. Dale Hollow Exxon. Refuel after every game at Dale Hollow Exxon.
As Pickett County soars higher this year, so does Aminette Eagle Auction. When you need your property sold, there's not a better team to call. Aminette Eagle Auction has the knowledge, skills, and tools to get the most money for you and your family. Check out eagleauctions.com to find out more or to see information on upcoming auctions. You might find just what you're looking for. Thanks, Aminette Eagle Auctions. When you need to get it sold, call Aminette Eagle Auction. We soar higher.
Welcome everybody into the Eagles Nest as this game is off and running between Pickett County's Lady Bobcats and the Van Buren County Eaglettes. First point of the game belongs to the Pickett County Lady Bobcats. give that one up there on the court as we see a foul called just across half court against number 13, one of the starters for Pickett County, which we can rattle off real quick. Aminette Kiesling, Ella Kiesling, along with Kaylee Tompkins, Zoe Nicholas again, and Callie Reeder. Same starting lineup as we saw at Cumberland County. Meanwhile, down the left block, we see the pass pushed out to the front end for the catch by Layla Bolden, a Class A Miss Basketball candidate last year, who runs in, floats it up off the left block, and drops in the first make for Van Buren County's Eaglettes.
Really nice floater right there, Riley. Caught the defense kind of standing, got it floated in the lane. Really nice play.
Meanwhile, Tompkins trying to go around the merry-go-round, comes up empty on a close-range miss, and now the Eaglettes return it the other way with the bump, the layup off the back rim miss. But we do see a whistle called down low against Pickett County's number 30, Zoe Nicholas. Foul earned on the play by 8th grader Brooke Burke, making the start tonight. And now we have the Eaglettes set at the free throw line. Riley Chestnut, Casey Bolden sitting next to the court on the northeast side of it as we get ready to see a procession walk in front of us. Time to see what Burke's got in terms of a free throw touch. Young 8th grader lets it go and swirls it in. Good bucket there. Keep in mind, Casey, the Eaglettes playing their second game already in the last 4 hours after coming up with a win against Saudi Daisy.
Yeah.
Second free throw for Burke, also good. 4-2, Eaglettes over Bobcats.
Got two freshmen and one 8th grader starting here tonight. Interesting lineup mix here for the Lady Eagles.
Very interesting as we see a foul called down low before we could see that shot pushed in for Pickett County, and now they get set to inbound the ball. 7:06 to go in the first quarter, 4-2 score. Van Buren County leading Pickett County as Zoe Nicholas gets set to inbound it over Burke. Bounces inside for the catch underneath by Kiesling, and she kisses it nicely off the left baseline. 4-4 with 7 minutes into the first quarter. And now the steal by Nicholas leads to the breakaway score right at the left side as we now have a timeout called by Tyler Sapp. 6:55 to go, and man, what a fast start here in terms of turnover action.
Yeah, well, they've already turned them over 2 times, forced them out of bounds right here in front of us, Riley. A lot of pressure turned up here by the Lady Bobcats. We heard Coach Smith talk about it in the pregame. You know, this group, he feels like he can play more full court pressure, try to speed up the tempo of the game. He's got a lot more depth this year, and so we'll look for more turnovers, more pressure. Let's see if they can speed up the pace of this game.
Right, because anyone who followed Pickett County Lady Bobcats basketball a year ago knew that they didn't have a lot of players to play with, and therefore Coach Smith wasn't going to have his players bombed by the first half whistle. So now back to his original strategy of playing fast and playing quickly as they now put the press on against the Eaglettes inbound, but it's saved up ahead. Moved around the left corner right in front of us. Ball being batted around, taken on a rip, and the foul committed by Nicholas as she gets a nice pat on the back from Ella Kiesling after fouling number 13 on the play, Elle Grissom. 6-4 score, Pickett County leading with 6:45 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Nicholas picked up a cheap foul right there. Going to see her get over on the bench. Coach Smith going to coach her up a little bit.
Yeah.
Emmy Lowe back in the game, her first action for the season.
After sitting out the Cumberland County game due to injury in her knee, Coach Smith saying in the pregame that Smith would be on a minutes restriction, but she is in officially now, and that is a big pickup to put on the court for Pickett County as Emmy Lowe is to this team what Layla Bolden is to Van Buren County. One of those talented young players that has a lot to look forward to as Bolden drives and kicks it left corner. Crane has to race around to the left elbow, and she earns another foul here. Man, Pickett County getting into some foul trouble early.
Yeah, there were already 3 fouls on the board. A couple of really cheap ones too. Just trying to go for steals, just couldn't get their feet moving. Couldn't connect on a steal, picked up cheap fouls.
So 6:30 in the first quarter. The inbound for the Eaglettes from Kara Mills, the freshman big, given to Bolden. Bolden working around the screen to throw it over to Burke, right wing, and now she runs across the high circle to pitch it out left. Crane with the catch as Caitlin Crane, the senior, playing guard, tries to protect the ball for the Eaglettes. Handoff to Bolden on the near sideline with 6:13 to go in the first quarter. Bolden looks around against the double team, bounces it to the near corner. The bounce pass is tipped out and out of bounds over the sideline by Tompkins. Good effort there for the young starter.
Really good rotation too defensively. Had a double team, the ball went down low, able to get in there and poke it away. Really nice defense.
Bolden, the running inbound play off of the right wing, driving in the middle, puts up the left-handed shot. That's too hard. Rebound for Reeder. Given up ahead. Here comes Allie Aminette, who was kind enough to join us in the pregame show. Our first of the new season. Thank you so much, Allie. Allie on the left side, moving the ball back up front to Emmy Lowe for her first offensive touch of the season, driving in left side to the lay-in, and she's got her first points just like that.
Really nice crossover, picked up right where she left off last season.
Oh, and Tompkins jumps the pass to steal it for Pickett County with 5:30 in the first as they whip it, switch the ball, and now Amonette saves it over the sideline into Burke for the Eaglettes run back the other way, down 8-4 with 5:30 to go in the first quarter. As you see Reeder get her hands up and play strong defense against the 8th grader who was trying to work her for the foul, but Reeder was not falling for it.
Yeah, Reeder, she can really disrupt stuff around the basket. She's big, strong, gets those arms up. It's hard to get over.
Inbound with 5:28 in the first period, 8-4 Pickett County, and there's a turnover. Outletted to Amonette for the runaway. Right side, the layup's forced up and in. 9 turned to 10 for Good Buddy. Pickett County leading Van Buren County here in the Eagles' den with 5:14 to go in the first quarter. Oh, good rip at the ball, and the jump ball earns the signal, and the possession is Pickett County.
Love the intensity here early, Riley. They're playing with a lot of energy, especially on the defensive end. They already created 4 turnovers.
Now inside feed to Reeder for the nice pass from Lowe, and that is a fine assist from the top of half court. 5 minutes left, and it's a 12-4 start for Pickett County as they keep getting their hands on the ball and playing aggressive. Seem to have settled into a defensive groove as that 3 from the corner is airmailed right into the lap of Lowe, who gets the outlet and now runs it up ahead. Kiesling on the run, lays it up left side and gets the foul. Call it on Crane, put Kiesling at the line.
Really nice transition down here. Reeder got the ball. She kicked it out to Emmy Lowe. Found a streaking Kiesling down court. Nice left-handed layup and one. Let's see if she can capitalize on the bonus free throw.
As Kiesling standing in, takes a deep bend of the knees, fires up the right-handed stroke and puts it right down the parquet floor. 15-4. Pickett County leading by 11 as they've got the full press on and come up with another steal. Lowe just inside the right corner. Throws it over to the left post for the touch pass underneath and the lay-in. Give it to Amonette. 17-4 Pickett County as they are putting the press on tonight. Oh, look at that effort by Tompkins as she slid out of bounds with the ball, and that gives the Eaglettes a moment to breathe.
Yeah, Coach Smith really excited over there about the defensive intensity. Really great touch pass on the other end from KT over to Amonette. Great finish.
Inbound for Bolden, given to Burke as she spins, goes down the left side into a jam of Pickett County Bobcats, drenched in their black and gold uniforms. Outlet up ahead, a little high over Amonette, but she comes up with the ball anyway before she throws the ball into the lap of Bolden. And now the Eaglettes come back with 4:10 in the first, down 13. Driving left side, Bolden with a nice sidestep, lays it up on the window. Make it 17-6, Pickett County up 11. And now they keep passing quickly outright. The 3 for Kiesling is short. Rebound by Reeder. Going in with Mills, spinning, losing the ball, and it rolls to Tompkins' left elbow as she fakes, drives to the left, and misses the shot over the back of the board, but she is fouled. So call the whistle, a free throw try here, as we see Kaylee Tompkins settle in after scoring 10 points in her first start just last week against Cumberland County, a 3-18 no less. Tompkins ready, left-hander lets it go. Rolled up and rolled in. Nice touches here for Pickett County as they make their first substitution of the game. Allie Amonette is out, and the young freshman Addie Lowe is in. Free throw up for Tompkins. Scrapes the front of the rim, but doesn't go anywhere except into Mills' hands for the outlet to Bolden as the Eaglettes push it down 12 with 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Trying to get over a bad start offensively with a couple turnovers. That 3 is rolled in off the near corner for number 13, Elle Grissom, the freshman. And it makes it 18-9 Pickett County with 3:33 to go. Low in the post, jumper coming off. Banks off the back right side, off. And there is a push foul called. Who was that on?
I believe they're going to tag that one on Addie Lowe.
Okay. So Addie Lowe called for the tagging down low. And with 3:29 to go, the Eaglettes inbound down 18-9 in the first quarter at home. A team that went to the state tournament last year, and they've gotten punched so far by Pickett County as Bolden runs back the other way and misses the shot off the back scrape. It rolls out over the sideline, and it went off of Pickett County, so we get to see the Eaglettes with another chance. Now 3:20 to go in the first. 18-9 lead. Eaglettes down 9 to Pickett County. Driving in, the stop, the handoff. Screen set, Burke met by Lee. out on the right wing, fighting for the ball, and there's the jump ball call. It will remain with Van Buren County.
Really good ball pressure that time by Addie Lowe, Riley, up top. Just forced her to pick up her dribble, top ball, really nice defensive pressure.
Very nice defensive pressure, and that has been the story so far. Pickett County's defense, as you see the late foul call after we saw a swat by Lowe that got the knockdown on Caitlin Crane, the senior guard, who is now at the free throw line for the Eaglettes. 3:09 to go in the first quarter. Another trip to the charity stripe here. Free throw up, and it's short. So Crane could not find the right touch. Will now shoot to try and get the Eaglettes' 10th point on the table, down 18-9 to Pickett County here at home. Free throw comes up, and it spits out of the circle before Lowe gets the rebound and the foul down low to give the ball back to Pickett County. It was either on Kara Mills, number 44 for the Eaglettes, or number 10, the 8th grader Brooke Burke. And when you have an 8th grader playing varsity ball, high expectations.
Yeah, no doubt. They play hard here. The middle school is connected to the high school, so 8th graders are allowed to play. That's a big superlative, 8th grade, and get to play varsity basketball, Upper Cumberland.
Imagine what she could be in a couple of years there. Maybe like a Bolden, who's already got 1,000 career points. As you see the roll down low, and Reeder, using her fine footwork, comes up with another score on the left side. 20-9 Pickett County. Eaglettes trying to answer with 2:45 to go. As we see a double dribble call against the young 8th grader Brooke Burke. Turnover gives the ball back to Pickett County.
Really nice footwork by Reeder. She caught it about the free throw line, faked, went left, just finished at the rim. Big time play by Reeder.
And now she catches it left wing, coming off of a 15-7-4 block performance against Cumberland County. What a statement for Reeder as Lowe throws it down low for the turn shot by Tompkins. And with too much space on her back from Lowe, we see the shot go. As that makes it 22-9, Pickett County off and running, 2:22 in the first quarter. Leading here at Van Buren County against a team that made state last year. Now left, the three ball is launched. Too hard, right to Reeder for another rebound. And she waits to clear it out and give it up to Aminette. 2:08 in the first quarter, 13-point Pickett County lead on the road. As Reeder gets it out left, takes the drive in around Bolden, cut off and throws it back out front. Aminette spotted a three for a second, but passes off to Lowe on the right wing as she dips it down to Tompkins running around. But her shot twisted off the backboard is no good as you see Tompkins get called for the foul reaching into Mills. I don't like the foul that she just gave away there.
Yeah, just you're 94 feet from the bucket. She's swatting at the basketball, trying to rip it away. Coach Smith going to get over on the sideline and give her a little chat about that one. Ticky-tack foul. She'll learn from that.
All right, Tompkins subbed out. Meanwhile, we see Pickett County bringing the ball down the floor. The Eaglettes come up empty again on another turnover. Reeder playing point, passes out left for the jumper by Aminette. It's too high. Rebound tossed around as we now see a foul called down low. That has really been the only problem in this quarter here for Pickett County has been the fouls. So now we see the Eaglet that drew the foul, Pickett County on their offensive end of the floor as Reeder's first free throw is Butter. Nice touch there by Reeder. Got my wires crossed on that last one.
No problem, Riley. Reeder already with 6 rebounds here in the first frame.
Hot dog, and now a couple more points on a 2-for-2 trip. Minute 35 to go in the first quarter. 15-point Pickett County lead is out left. The three is up and out of the ring. Rebound tapped down low, saved by Mills for an offensive rebound. Trying to find Miss Crane as she fights through the hands of Reeder and the new Bobcat on the floor, number 23, Cambry Connor, and earns the foul with a minute 27 left in the first quarter.
Already with 17 fouls, so we're going to shoot the bonus for a minute and a half in the first quarter, the entire second quarter. A lot of energy here by the Lady Bobcats. Just got to figure out a way to play under control, not so much reaching. They're going to get themselves in a lot of free throw or foul trouble.
And that 1-and-1 is done as Addie Lowe was ready to inbound it, and the ref was like, wait a second, she made it. We got to do this one more time. So now Crane going for the 2-for-2 trip. Short, rebound off of the hand of Reeder. Dove for on the left post by number 10, the 8th grader Brooke Burke. And good effort there by Burke, albeit possession back to Pickett County. Scored 24-10. Lady Bobcats leading the Eaglettes here in their home den with a minute 20 in the first quarter. Ball being dribbled up here by Cambry Connor, number 23. Handoff right wing. Kiesling the left-hand pass. Reeder the extra touch down low to Low as she goes up, misses under the backboard, but does get fouled.
Love the high-low set right there. Ball got right into the free throw lane area. Reeder caught it. Low just kind of stepped in front of her girl, had really good post position, able to get it up on the board, drew the contact, going to try to go knock a couple of free throws down.
And Lowe does knock down the first one as the freshman Addie Lowe, sister, of course, of one of the stars on the team, Emmy, who's just a year ahead of her with 1:09 in the first quarter. It's 25-10 Pickett County as the second free throw is splashed in by Lowe, and man, oh man. Brent Smith has a lot of young players, but they all look like they have a pretty good shooting form. So now the Eaglettes will have the inbound for Van Buren County out of the hands of freshman Big Kara Mills. She finds Bolden. Bolden gets hounded, throws it ahead of the press, finding her target, Crane, who feeds it out left for the right wing three off the front rim. Eaglettes continue to fail at three-point shooting so far in this game. Haven't hit a single one yet, as now we see the trap laid down over there to the sideline, and it forces Crane to fall down, and it looks like she's up in some pain holding on to her left elbow. Oh, this is not a good sight to see.
Yeah, I just got caught up on the bottom of the pile right there.
Yeah.
Didn't really see her come down, but she's holding that left elbow. Got some of the medical staff from Van Buren County going to come out and tend to the young lady.
And, of course, the head coach himself, Tyler Sapp, coming out and checking on his senior guard, Caitlin Crane, making sure that she's okay as they help her up off the floor. And she certainly is walking under her own power, but we'll have to see how that left arm is doing.
Yeah, we'll see if she's able to get over there, get a little treatment, figure out a way to get back in the ball game here.
I mean, we had the perfect view of it. She fell down right in front of us after getting trapped by this aggressive Pickett County defense, which has just given the Eaglettes no room to operate here tonight.
Yeah, they've already turned them over 7 times here in the first quarter. That's really, really aggressive defense.
Extremely aggressive, as now we get to see number 11, Lila Johnson, check in and get the inbound over on the left wing, guarded closely by Amonette. She picks up the ball with 45 seconds left. Double team comes. She passes out of it to Bolden, who fires up the left-handed jumper on the left side of the post and misses. Reeder the rebound, outletting for Pickett County as Kiesling gives it up to Amonette. Right wing three is up and too hard off the side rim. Over to the right block for the catch by Kaylee Garrell, who saves it and gives it up. As now we see the Eaglettes trying to break this three-player press in the backcourt with 25 seconds left, down 15 on their home floor. As we see another rip at the ball, and this one comes with a foul. A ghastly for Cambry Connor.
Yeah, Connor got in there. Thought she had a lot of ball that time. Official didn't see it that way. Thought she had too much of the arm. Got her with a foul.
8th foul on Pickett County. Drawn 6 out of the Eaglettes on their home floor here tonight, but now we have Lila Johnson at the free throw line, 3 of 11. Over 30 games that have been tracked, and she hits that one nicely. It doesn't look like she shot 3 of 11 in her career with that free throw touch. Now you see the Bobcats make another substitution. They bring in Zoe Nicholas and Kaylee Tompkins, 2 gals making only their second starts as high school players, and both free throws go there for Johnson. And Nicholas gets the inbound for Pickett County with 20 seconds left. 25-12 score. Pickett County with the lead here on the road in a hostile Van Buren County environment. Bolden meeting Nicholas. Heaved out left to Reeder on the far wing. Bounced into the middle. The bounce pass feeding from Kiesling to Amonette, and it's a point-blank miss. Too strong of a shot as the half-court heave for Bolden hits nothing at the buzzer. And we end the first quarter with a strong statement by Pickett County and the Lady Bobcats as they lead 25-12 over last year's state-bound Van Buren County Eaglettes. We'll take a break and be right back with more here on UC Sports Nation.
On the 12th day of Christmas, Twin Lakes gave to me. Twin Lakes is celebrating their customers this holiday season with the Twin Lakes 12 Days of Giving Christmas giveaway. Beginning Black Friday, November 25th. Visit them online at twinlakes.net to get your name in the bag. There will be over 75 winners with names drawn every day. To increase your chances of winning, revisit and enter every day through December 12th. Winners will be announced on the Twin Lakes Facebook page beginning December 3rd. Learn more at twinlakes.net.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, but you don't have to go through it alone. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you, answering your questions, creating a plan, helping you with the budget, taking care of the details. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you in some of the most difficult times of your life. Neighbors and friends ready to be there for you. to remember your loved one with caring and dignity. You don't have to shoulder it all. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you. Brown Funeral Chapel.
Welcome back to the Eagles Den. Van Buren County High School, Riley Chestnut, Casey Bolden out here for this doubleheader, which has the Pickett County Lady Bobcats leading off of another turnover, 25-12, that is turned over right back to Miss Layla Bolden, the junior star for the club, coming off a season where she averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, really just a whole lot of fours on that count. Well, 7:42 to go in the first quarter. Pickett County with the lead, 25-12 over the hosting Eaglettes, as they give up another foul and now send the young Kaylee Gorell, a junior, to the free throw line.
You may see a free throw shooting contest, Riley, here in the second quarter. Both teams in the bonus. 7:42 to go in the second. Both teams really aggressive, trying to take the ball.
And that shot no good there. Rolls off the left side, rebounded by Lowe and given back the other way for Pickett County as they feed Reeder down on the left block. She loses the ball, goes for a dive with it, and against the feisty effort of young number 13 freshman Elle Grissom, we see the Pickett County possession maintained. Nicholas looking for the inbound against Bolden, floats it up to the top where it's caught by Eminette. Possession arrow switches back over to Van Buren County. Lowe out front, protecting. Passes over to her right for a wing three by Kiesling, and she drops it in for the first three-pointer of the contest. 28-12, Pickett County leading and nearly stealing that pass across court, but it's brought across court now for the Eaglettes before it's tapped away and another foul is called. My, oh my.
Yeah, a lot of whistles right here in the first half, Riley. Down here on the offensive possession, though, by Pickett County, great shot by Ella Kate Kiesling. When she gets hot, yeah, she can create a lot of challenges for the other team. And let's see if she can keep the pressure on, knock down a few more shots.
So Grissom's first free throw is nothing but nylon. 28-13 Pickett County with 7:10 in the second. And that second free throw misses everything. Not a good sign there for the young kid. Hopefully that's just nerves. Nicholas hurrying across half court, feeding Kiesling outright, but the ball is poked away, and it comes off of Kiesling over the near sideline for a turnover back to Van Buren County. 7:04 to go in the second quarter. 28-13 lead for the Pickett County Lady Bobcats here on the road, looking for their first win of the season, as that pass is thrown away by Mills across court near the scorer's table. 7 minutes left, another turnover, but an unforced one at that.
Yeah, a lot of sloppy play here to start the second quarter. That's going to be the 9th turnover already for the Lady Eagles. Sure, Coach Sapp is cringing over there every time they turn it over. They want to figure out how they can tighten it up. On the other hand, great opportunity for the Bobcats to continue turning up that pressure.
Oh, and look, Kiesling gets fed down low and scores on the right baseline after a nice high-end pass from Zoe Nicholas. As that ball is tapped and stolen away, Pickett County with another takeaway. Turnover number 10 for the Eaglettes as that jumper down low rolls in nicely off the front ring for Addie Lowe. And the inbound is met with a procession of Bobcats who keep on tacking and attacking, but fouling as well. 6:31 to go in the second quarter. 32-13 Pickett County over Van Buren County. And after that foul, we got more free throws.
Yeah, Addie Lowe there in the backcourt trying to rip one away from number 44, Mills. Just got too much arm that time. Going to send them back to the free throw line. This time they're going to try to knock down a couple of shots.
Couldn't there. This is high and left. So Mills maybe showing just how adrenaline rush this Eaglettes team has been so far, dealing with this aggressive Pickett County defense, as you see the step out by Lowe chasing the ball down the near side in front of us with Lila Johnson. But it looks like they actually called a whistle there on Lila. So give the foul to Pickett County for possession.
Yeah, just got forced out of shit. Addie Lowe had to rebound and just got in there and kind of nudged her, stepped out of bounds. Official saw it. Addie Lowe going to try to knock down the bonus free throws here.
So Addie Lowe at the free throw line after the 7th foul for Van Buren County, and she hits the first. Second one goes down nicely as well with 6:28 to go. It's 34-13 Pickett County as they keep on pressing. And forcing another turnover off of a high throw out of Mills's reach. If you're Tyler Sapp, you got to be wondering what exactly is going on out here.
Yeah, they've turned them over 4 times here in a minute and a half in the second quarter. Coach over there, he's a little perplexed right now. I think he's not sure exactly what he needs to do to combat this pressure.
There you see the layup. Pushed in nicely with 6:08 to go in the second to make it 36-13. Double up the lead here for the Pickett County Bobcats as they force another turnover on a pass across court and are really just showing you just how far this Eaglettes team needs to go in order to be playing at peak level right now.
Yeah, definitely. Pickett County playing with a lot more energy and intensity. You wonder, Riley, this is the second game for Van Buren. Did that first game, did it take a lot of energy away from them?
Maybe so, maybe so. Now after that whistle, offensive foul, Eaglettes will get a chance to bring the ball back. Down 36-13 on their home floor in front of what I can only assume is a pretty shocked crowd, depending on how you feel given the intensity of that first game against Saudi Daisy. But now the Eaglettes have to hurry back the other way and kick it out left for the corner three. And it swirls in nicely for the first three-point hit by VBC. And it's off of Chloe Roberts' stroke. 36-16 as now we see that three in the corner. Missed off the bounce by Kiesling. Tapped to the right block where it is saved by Roberts and given up to Bolden. Eaglettes needing to find a gear here as they break the press. Pass it around, see that Roberts is open left side for another three, and she bricks it off the back rim for the chase down board. Over on the right corner by Grissom, who rides right sideline, fights to save the tip possession, and then bounces it off of her teammate or her own foot for another turnover by the Eaglettes. 5:11 to go in the second quarter, a 20-point lead on the road for the Pickett County Lady Bobcats as we see Emmy Lowe check in.
This crowd is stunned, Riley. Not a whole lot of energy in here from the Van Buren faithful. I think they're all shocked right now, just like Coach is over on the sideline.
Yeah, Brent Smith saying if we can take them out early, that'd be best, and boy, have they. Eminette handing it off. Now it's moved around. Bobcats just trying to find a good shot here and see if they can break against what looks like a nice man-to-man play here for the Eaglettes. Low out front, faking, going around, hands off to Tompkins. Tompkins whips it to Nicholas. Nicholas with 4:40 to go in the second quarter, bounces it down right to Lowe, who spins, hooks it up, and misses off the back rim for the rebound by Johnson. And Bolden brings it up for the Eaglettes across half court with 4:30 in the second. 36-16 Pickett County, Eaglettes with the ball. Here's the drive in, ball poked out of the hands of El Grissom, and here comes Pickett County again on another turnover up the left side. The layup is wide. Rebound for Tompkins down low, leads her to fall. Try and save the ball before it is saved out front to Lowe. She looks for three, and she's got it. 39-16 Pickett County on the front end three by Addie Lowe, who gets the bad inbound. Runs to the circle, bounces left for the layup on the left side for Aminette. And this has just got to be frustrating as heck for Tyler Sapp and his Eaglet team. Bolden bringing it back the other way for the foul line jumper, and she scrapes the front of the rim. Pickett County with the board, outletted from Lowe before it's tapped, and saved by Nicholas across half court, going at Grissom up the right block. She heaves it off the right post and drops in the banker. 42-16 Pickett County. Or excuse me, 43-16 with 3:35 to go in the first half. Johnson splits it to bounce it down low to Mills. She saves it from Tompkins, throws up a shot and banks it in, standing on the left block. 43-18 with 3:24 to go in the first half before the feed up ahead for Pickett County. Leads to the score by Tompkins from half court, and with 3:20 left in the second quarter, 45-18 is the score as we have a full timeout on the floor. 30 seconds actually, excuse me, got my signs mixed up. But if you're Tyler Sapp, what are you telling your team right now?
You know, something I noticed on their last possession, Bolden put one up. It was way short. They look a little tired right now to me, Riley. Van Buren does. They've already got a game under their belt today. It was a close game, lost by 4 points, probably exerted a lot of energy. This Pickett County bunch just came in here like a buzzsaw. Extreme intensity, pressure all over the court, already forced them into 14 first half turnovers. He's just trying to figure out a way to control the basketball a little more, prevent the turnovers, and get a good shot on the board.
And now we see another feed down court that doesn't land where it's supposed to. Over Roberts' reach on another turnover right out of the timeout. Van Buren County just trying to find any answer they can right now. 3:14 to go in the second quarter. 45-18 Pickett County lead as they have got the jump in a major way over this Van Buren County team on their home floor. Jump pass by Nicholas finds Lowe on the left side of the foul line as she gives it up to Amonette out front, and Amonette backs off with Grissom. He sees Nicholas calling for a down low, but she runs out to catch the ball at half court with 2:53 to go.
Let's see if they can find a cutter right here. That's what they're looking for, somebody cutting to the bucket.
Switching it up to Lowe right corner, now to Tompkins up top. She drives left, spins around, gives it up to Lowe. Lowe overheads it, floats it over to her left for Nicholas. Good defense here by the Eaglettes. 2:36 to go in the second quarter, 27-point Pickett County lead as Nicholas dribbles, passes over to Lowe, right block, she runs, going to the elbow, passes out front to Amonette. Pickett County just trying to find any answer they can to get a shot off, and Nicholas throwing it down the right block for the cut and the layup, and that ball is bucketed beautifully on the play by Amonette. 47-18 Pickett County.
Yeah, they ran that motion offense right there, looking for a cutter, cutting to the bucket. They found Amonette, 2 on the board, really nice possession. Patience that time by the Lady Bobcats.
Bolden feeding the beast and getting it back out front, looking for the three. She fires it up. It's short. Another short miss there for Layla Bolden. And now the outlet down court to Amonette for the catch, and the layup the other way is good as Lowe saw her down court and fed the beast.
Really nice 3/4 court pass that time from Addie Lowe. She found Amonette running in transition, able to get the left-handed layup to go.
And as Lowe checks off, Addie Lowe, give her credit. This young kid can really pass the ball, which at her position makes this offense a whole lot more dangerous. Minute 50 to go in the second quarter, and after the foul by Pickett County, we've got Lila Johnson at the free throw line again. Free throws up. Too hard off the right side. Nothing is going right here for the Eaglettes as Pickett County subs out Miss Allie Amonette and brings in young #1 sophomore Ava Kiesling. Minute 50 in the second quarter, 49-18 Pickett County, and the free throw spites in off the back rim for Lila Johnson. A much needed score there, but it's a 30-point lead for Pickett County as number 30 Zoe Nicholas dribbles across the VB Eagle. Whips it right side for the tip and the steal by Grissom. Grissom changing direction on Nicholas, going into the big guard down around the right side and speeding by her for the score. Nice play. 49-21 lead. Pickett County bringing it back up, going right to left. 1:30 to go in the first half, and that shot comes with a foul as Nicholas misses the floater on the right post.
Yeah, she got hacked right there on the arm. Good call by the official. Nicholas coming in there, little floater, was able to get her defender down deep into the paint. She's going to go to the free throw line right here, Riley. See if she can knock down these free throws.
Zoe Nicholas ready for the first one. Short. Now Nicholas back at the line, shooting to get the Bobcats to 50. And she does. 50-21 score. Pickett County leading big here in the Eagles' den with 1:25 to go. As we see Bolden get fouled the other way. A slight push there against number 23 for Pickett County, Cambry Connor. And so now we get to see Layla Bolden, who has had a bad shooting night so far. Very unbecoming of her, but the fact is, this Eaglettes team already playing a game earlier today, going up against a fresh and focused Pickett County defense, and they have not handled themselves well. After that first free throw was made, Bolden sets up for the second. Hits it again. 50-23 score, 1:26 left in the half. Pickett County up 27 here in Van Buren County. Switching the pass over to the left side. Here is the drive in, floater by Connor. It's short, rebound covered in the open end by Johnson. And now we have Bolden bringing it back across half court with an angle. Going into a double team up the near sideline to pass it, but it's tipped and stolen away by Kiesling. And now outletted by Tompkins up ahead to Nicholas. Nicholas running down the right post, taking the hit, floats it up and hits it off the window.
Really nice play right there. Was able to absorb the contact, get it up on the glass. That's a big girl basketball move right there by Zoe Nicholas.
And man, only a freshman indeed. 52-23 lead here as we see Bolden slide around the left side for the running scoop, but it's missed. And the rebound goes out over the near sideline for the possession back to Pickett County with 41 seconds left of 52-23 here in Van Buren County after a dominating first half of play, where their press has produced a number of turnovers out of VBC. Nicholas across half court. Over to Tompkins out left. They feed it down low to Kiesling. She moves it from the left baseline out to Connor. Connor runs the pass to Tompkins' left elbow, gets it back. Connor driving into the open middle of the lane is blocked off. Nice play down on the floor by number 30 on the play, Julia Bell, the senior playing out there for Van Buren County. Screen set for Bolden, met by Kiesling. She feeds Johnson on the foul line. She whips it to the right corner. Roberts looks in. Ball saved away from the defense by Bell. Before it's tapped back to half court. Saved over the sideline to avoid a backcourt violation. And now the buzzer sounds as that shot comes a little too late. And that is the end of the first half, folks. 52-23, Pickett County and the Lady Bobcats leading here on the road at Van Buren County. And Casey, what a dominating performance.
You know, you scored 25 points in the first quarter. I'm thinking, wow, that's a lot of points in a high school girls game. They topped that in the second quarter, put up 27. Riley, they're all over the court. You can tell they've got Van Buren County frustrated tonight. You can tell Van Buren's a little gassed, honestly. They've turned them over 5, 10, 16 times already in the game. So a lot of those turnovers have led to a lot of points. I really like the contributions by a lot of different folks tonight. Callie Reeder already with 7 rebounds. Zoe Nicholas really stepping up. I really like the finish down here on the and one play. The Pickett Lady Bobcats, Riley, they got it going on tonight.
Yes, they do indeed. So with that, we'll take a break and continue on with halftime as the Pickett County Lady Bobcats lead 52-23. And we'll be back with more here on UC Sports Nation after this.
Since 2007, Dale Hollow Exxon has been serving this community. That's a lot of buzzer beaters and great wins. Jason Meadows and the team at Dale Hollow Exxon love the Bobcats and are proud to support the team. On your way to the next game, swing in for a fill-up. Sandwiches, fresh baked goods, and delicious pizza for every Bobcat fan on your team. And of course, Synergy Supreme Gas from Exxon to keep your car running with the speed of the Bobcats. Dale Hollow Exxon. Refuel after every game at Dale Hollow Exxon.
When your day-to-day work causes pain, when your daily exercise stops you cold, when picking up the groceries or your grandchild makes you ache, call Milestone. Milestone Physical Therapy improves lives. Milestone builds futures by finding the source of your pain. It's not about covering up the aches, it's about getting rid of them. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. 864-8090. Orthopedic care that improves your life. With over 20 years' experience, see Laura Reagan at Milestone Physical Therapy.
Most insurance ads end at competitive rates, as if that's all that matters. As your local professional insurance agent, that's just where Kiesling Insurance begins. When it comes to insuring your home, your car, or your business, Kiesling Insurance offers you personalized service and advice, along with a choice of companies to fit your needs. And yes, competitive rates, too. When you need insurance, call them, or be sure and contact the team at Kiesling Insurance or visit them online at KieslingINS.com for details about life, home, auto, or business.
It's game night, but sniffles are slowing your MVP. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Dad doesn't feel like a pickup game. Your choice is First Choice Family Care, 864-3232. Mom's been benched all weekend. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Taking care of your family team all year round. Primary care, preventative care, wellness. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Walk-ins and appointments. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Always accepting new patients. Since 2007, Dale Hollow Exxon has been serving this community. That's a lot of buzzer beaters and great wins. Jason Meadows and the team at Dale Hollow Exxon love the Bobcats and are proud to support the team. On your way to the next game, swing in for a fill-up. Sandwiches, fresh baked goods, and delicious pizza for every Bobcat fan on your team. And of course, Synergy Supreme Gas from Exxon to keep your car running with the speed of the Bobcats. Dale Hollow Exxon. Refuel after every game at Dale Hollow Exxon.
The best way to guarantee the future of your dreams is to create that future yourself. This has never been more true than when it comes to your home. At People's Bank, we make home improvement loans that provide the money you need to make the changes you want. At People's Bank, our rates are always competitive. We offer flexible terms with a payment designed to fit your budget. People's Bank and Trust Company, with offices in Byrdstown and Albany, investing in the future, one customer at a time. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back in. Halftime here at the Eagles Den at Van Buren County High School, where the Lady Bobcats lead the Eaglettes 52-23 in the first half. And man, what a first half it was. But these aren't the only games going on right now. Why don't we take a look around UC Sports Nation with Casey?
UC Sports Nation scoreboard, Riley. Got a lot of teams in action tonight. A lot of teams actually playing 2 games today. We'll run through the scoreboard. On the girls' side, Jefferson County this afternoon takes down Stone Memorial 53-47. Then Stone was able to bounce back against Morristown West. They take down Mo West 44-41. A final, Warren County tonight against Bradley Central. Bradley Central, too much for them. Take down the Pioneers from Warren County 54-35. Over in Region 4 tonight, Monterey over Macon County 51-48. Earlier tonight, right here at the Eagles Den, Van Buren County over Soddy Daisy. Final score, Van Buren 63, Soddy Daisy 59. And then Livingston Academy this afternoon, they also had a double dip. Were able to take on Hendersonville, was able to take down Hendersonville. Final score, Livingston Academy 62, Hendersonville 52. And then on the rematch, game 2, local ties here, Livingston Academy and Clark Range. Final score, Livingston Academy 41, Clark Range 37. Gordonsville tonight over East Robertson. Final score, Gordonsville 45, East Robertson 38. Down in White County over Sevier County 68-60. And then lastly on the girls' side, Macon County over Trousdale County 48-41. Flip over to the boys. Action this afternoon. Stone Memorial on that Final Four run last year. They're going to be a good team this year, Riley. They take down Science Hill this afternoon. Final score, Stone Memorial 70, Science Hill 51. Right here earlier, Van Buren County over Soddy Daisy. Final score, Van Buren 78, Soddy Daisy 67. And then Livingston this afternoon over Whitwell. Final score, Livingston 78, Whitwell 43. Lastly, on the boys' side, Hendersonville, big time this afternoon over Smith County. Final score, 72, Smith County 34. And then lastly, Riley, got a UT Vols update. UT is down right now against the University of South Carolina. Your score, middle way through the second quarter, South Carolina 21, the University of Tennessee 7. And Riley, that's tonight's UC Sports Nation scoreboard. Back to you.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have the start of the second half between the Lady Bobcats of Pickett County, up 29 points after one half of play here in the Eaglettes' Den. I'm Riley Chestnut with Casey Bolton, and we'll return to UC Sports Nation live after this.
Exclusive coverage of Bobcats basketball. Sponsored by First Choice Family Care. Primary care, preventative care, wellness. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. People's Bank and Trust. Pickett County's community bank. People's Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC, Kiesling Insurance, 35 years serving neighbors like you in Pickett County. Visit KieslingINS.com. And by Milestone Physical Therapy, improving lives, building futures by finding the source of pain. Milestone Physical Therapy.
You're the get-it-done kind of guy. Task to do? Finish it. So you need solutions. Stover's is your solution. A store full of options to get the job done. A little bit of everything. Perfect for the cost-conscious DIYer or contractor. Stover's will save you money because Stover's buys in bulk. They find deals. They find closeouts. Tile, laminate, lighting, plumbing, hardwood, landscaping. Make Stover's the first step for solutions. West Broad Street, Cookeville.
Stover's, your anything and everything store.
The power of community banking is undeniable. When local citizens join together and pool their resources for the good of the community, everyone benefits. At People's Bank, we are a locally owned community bank, independent of all others. We are dedicated to the success of the Upper Cumberlands and the people who live right here. Let's keep our money at home so local people will benefit the most. People's Bank and Trust Company, with offices in Byrdstown and Albany, investing in the future, one customer at a time. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
When your day-to-day work causes pain, when your daily exercise stops you cold, when picking up the groceries or your grandchild makes you ache, call Milestone. Milestone Physical Therapy improves lives. Milestone builds futures by finding the source of your pain. It's not about covering up the aches, it's about getting rid of them. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. 864-8090. Orthopedic care that improves your life. With over 20 years' experience, see Laura Reagan at Milestone Physical Therapy.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, but you don't have to go through it alone. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you, answering your questions, creating a plan, helping you with the budget, taking care of the details. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you in some of the most difficult times of your life. Neighbors and friends ready to be there for you, to remember your loved one with caring and dignity. You don't have to shoulder it all. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you. Brown Funeral Chapel.
Welcome back right into the action, folks. Riley Chestnut joined alongside Casey Bolden here on UC Sports Nation, and the second half already underway. 7:29 to go in the third quarter, and after a score on the left post by Mills, it is 52-25. Eaglettes down 27 at home as the air ball three by Grissom lands in the lap of Mills for a second try by Van Buren County, as they have struggled against the defense of Pickett County all night long, and now Bolden is down on the floor fighting for control. But the possession is a jump ball, and it gives the ball back to Pickett County. More of the same, Casey.
Yeah. Just continuing to keep the intensity turned up. It's just like a pressure cooker, Riley. You know, you put so much pressure on it, something's got to give. And right now, Van Buren absolutely has no answer for this Lady Bobcat defense.
So now Nicholas for Pickett County playing left to right on our end of the court, giving the ball down low to Reeder as she gets knocked down by Mills. So the foul called there. And we reset. A new half means zeros on the foul counter. So after a very foul-heavy first half, it is a fresh start here after the foul by Mills. Looking for the inbound here. Nicholas trying to read it, throws it into Amonette. Amonette guarded up close by Grissom. Move to Nicholas at the top. She fakes the three, goes by Bolden left side, gives it over her shoulder to Reeder for a pull-up jumper. It's missed over on the right ring, but Tompkins chases down the dead ball and throws it over to Reeder, who feeds Amonette down low, and she goes up and gets the reach-in foul over the top by Chloe Roberts.
Really good possession, Riley. Before this play right here, you had KT caught at free throw line. Reeder came in there strong, posted up, made a good basketball move, got fouled. Just really good balance, really good movement by the Pickett County offense right now, as well as their defense.
And now a free throw spotted in by Amonette. 6:48 to go in the third quarter, 53-25. Pickett County Lady Bobcats leading the Van Buren County Eaglettes in their home den. The free throw up for Amonette is spotted nicely. 54-25, Pickett County up 29 on the road here at Van Buren County with 6:44 left in the third quarter. In game one of our two-game caper. Burke around the side, up the left baseline to the left elbow, heaves it across to Grissom out right corner as she runs up the sideline with Nicholas and then loses the ball. Went out of bounds and was last touched by Grissom on another unforced error by the Eaglettes as the turnovers continue to pile up, and Nicholas brings it up court for Pickett County to feed Amonette down low, who couldn't catch the bullet under the basket, and that's a turnover for the Bobcats. Let's see what kind of attitude will be brought here for the Eaglettes against this very aggressive Pickett County team that's got everything rolling their way right now, looking to get their first win of the season as that ball's kicked away by Grissom, and the struggles continue for Van Buren County.
Yeah, Coach Smith keeping the gas on the pedal right here, trying to motivate his team to continue to keep the pressure turned up. Right now, Riley, they are. Van Buren absolutely has no answer for this pressure.
Doesn't seem to be finding any answers either, as that jumper was hard off the left side for Nicholas. Rebound by Mills, given to Bolden. Bolden feeding it down court to Grissom. Grissom getting it out of her hands to Johnson, gets it back left wing and fires up a three and misses wide left. Rebound right block for Burke, going up right end, and she hits it off the window. 54-27 lead for Pickett County as they feed the ball down court to Kiesling, and it's saved over the sideline outright. It's Nicholas. She takes it inside right, goes up and gets stripped. Good defense there by the Eaglettes, and now Bolden back the other way. Hurrying it up into the left side of the paint. Layup is wide. Rebound tapped out. Chased down by Mills and given to Bolden as she lets the three ball go. Scrapes the front of the rim for the rebound down inside by Tompkins. Pickett County running back up 27 with 5:28 to go in the third quarter as Tompkins tried to dribble it through two. Comes up a little tight, and there you see the jump ball call as that will give the possession right back to the Eaglettes as expected. 5:23 in the third. 54-27, Pickett County leading Van Buren County here in their home gym. Having taken the crowd all but out of this game after starting off hot and never letting go, as that three out front is rimmed to the left side by Grissom for the miss down low, rebounded by Mills for the offensive try, and she misses that one over the high right side. as the ball goes out under the basket and stays with the Eaglettes.
Yeah, you'll notice, Riley, got a lot of players with 2 and 3, some with even 3 fouls, I think. Just trying to play straight up down underneath the basket, not trying to swat, trying to play more straight up here. Coach Smith probably talked about that at halftime. Hey, we got to quit fouling, keep the pressure up, but do it without fouling.
And now a turnover forced into the easy waiting hands of Allie Amonette for Pickett County as they pass it over left. Nicholas hooks it inside to Tompkins. She lays it up left side for the score. 29-point lead now for Pickett County with 4:50 left in the third quarter. As the press is beaten with an overhead pass to Grissom, she chests it across court for the right wing three, and it is too strong. Not many shots we've seen tonight we can call too strong, because this Van Buren County team has had trouble just getting energy up. And now Nicholas down on the turnover the other way, taking it up the floor and scoring a bunny on the right end for Pickett County. Makes it a 31-point lead for the Lady Bobcats here in the home of the Eaglettes with 4:23 in the third. As everyone's playing fast, and Tompkins takes it away under the basket. Fed ahead to Amonette. Amonette throwing it down low as the ball is tipped away on a nice play by the 8th grader Brooke Burke. What effort. Has the equivalent of like a Mike Beebe play from Super Bowl 28, if I recall, for the Bills or against the Cowboys, when he just swatted that thing out of Leon Lett's hands right before he crossed the goal line. Inside feed, and there's the finish down low for Nicholas. Doesn't matter.
Nicholas threw it off the back of a Van Buren player that wasn't looking.
You know,
got the ball in bounds, was able to go corral it, then go score. Really heads-up play by a freshman right there.
You know, she did that against Cumberland County too, so she plays with a confidence that really doesn't show you she's a freshman. She's playing above her level for sure. 4 minutes left in the third, 60-27 Pickett County as they try and get the ball away from Bolden, but she skates around 2 and scores on the left side of the basket. 60-29, Pickett County leading as they feed it over to Lowe. Emmy Lowe pulls up for the jumper, missed off the back of the rim, and the rebound tapped out by Burke to keep it with Pickett County as there's 3:45 left in the third quarter and they lead by 31. Nicholas inbounding under the right side of the basket, finds Reeder in the middle, and she puts it up and lays it in with another soft touch. 62-29 lead for Pickett County on the road in Van Buren County with 3:38 in the third. Burke out left, guarded by 2. Passes over. Bolden is jammed in the corner, saves it inside. Shot put up, and the foul committed. Foul earned there by the senior Julia Bell for the Eaglettes to put her at the free throw line. 3:29 left in the third quarter of a 62-29 lead for Pickett County. Now we have Julia Bell trying to ring one, misses right. Coach Smith giving instructions over to his young starting guard, Zoe Nicholas, as that second free throw kisses nothing but nylon for Julia Bell. 62-30 lead for Pickett County as the Bobcats bring the ball up with Nicholas. She drives through the right side to hand it out on a collapse for the 3, and Kiesling punctures it. 66. Or 65-30 scored for Pickett County. 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Ball out front with Bolden, guarded on the double team. Passes to the right corner for a 3. Missed there. Long rebound taken by Burke on the left side. She can't keep the ball. It's taken away by Reeder, and now she protects it from the hustling Burke as Pickett County whips it up ahead left wing. Nicholas fakes the 3, crosses in, gives it out right. 3 spotted by Lowe, off the front rim. Rebound tapped by Bolden and saved by Roberts. Here comes Van Buren County with under 3 minutes left, down 35 on their home floor to Pickett County. Ball saved over the sideline to Reeder. Another turnover, fed ahead to Nicholas, and Nicholas brings it up right wing against Johnson. Drives to her right, pulls up, and banks it in with a sidestep. What a play for this young freshman, Zoe Nicholas.
Really impressed with Nicholas tonight, Riley. She took contact where she made a great crossover play, got her defender off balance, caught contact, able to finish around the rim. Really, really like her game.
Good stuff from Nicholas in her first 2 career games as a varsity player for Pickett County. As Bolden fakes it, goes to right block, feeds it into Bell, and she pushes the shot up off of her right side, in off the window for the score. 67-32 lead for Pickett County with 2 minutes and change left in the third quarter here in Van Buren County High School, as that floater is on a nice cut backdoor fed by Nicholas and given in for the score at the rim by Ella Kiesling, the junior. 69-32 with a minute 50 to go. Pickett County leading by 37 against Layla Bolden, a Class A Miss Basketball candidate year in and year out, trying to see if she can get the turnover back. Bolden feeds it down low to Bell. Bell off the right block throws it out before it's tipped and saved by Johnson to heave it over to Burke. Burke in the left corner holds the ball, tries to keep it away and now runs to the left side to give it up to Johnson out front. Minute 27 to go in the third quarter. 37-point lead for Pickett County over Van Buren County. Eaglettes with the ball moved to the left corner for Johnson. Now thrown down low to Bell. She turns, throws it up, and banks it in, but the shot's waved off as the foul's committed.
Yeah, Addie Lowe just got in her back right there. She was trying to receive the post entry pass. Just got a little too physical. Ball out of bounds to the Eaglettes right here.
Inbounded over to the left side for Johnson. Guarded up front by Nicholas, who tries to swipe at the ball. Johnson spins, bounces it left to Bolden. Bolden hesitates to go under Reeder and kick it across for the right corner three by Burke, and she drains it. Nice look off the outlet, and it's 69-35 with a minute 3 left. Pickett County with the ball up 34. Handed off right side. Pull-up jumper on the right elbows, open and down for Emmy Lowe as she's got her second make of the game. 71-35 lead for Pickett County on the road, and 50 seconds left in the third quarter as the ball is brought up by Layla Bolden for the Eaglettes. Met out front by Kiesling, who gives her space to her right. Switch on the screen. Double team shown, thrown into Bell, but she can't hold the ball jumping for it, and it goes out under the basket for another turnover. 35.6 remaining in the third quarter. 71-35 Pickett County lead as the Bobcats bring it across half court. Move it to the right wing for the punch pass out to Kiesling, left side. She moves in, crosses it over to the high right end before Lowe gets it and fires up a three. Misses off the left of the rim, and it rolls out to us right in front of our table.
Good snag right there, Riley.
I mean, I tried. 20 seconds left, 71-35 Pickett County lead with little time left in the third quarter as Layla Bolden gets across the VB Eagle. Moves left off the screen, switches it up, crosses back and goes around the horn. Right side, she fires up a three on the dribble, misses off the front rim, and the ball is tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Eaglettes with 4.3 to go. Pickett County will inbound up 36 with only a few seconds left in the third quarter. Lowe, right side of the basket, heaves it into Nicholas. Nicholas racing at Bolden, gets around her right side, throws up a one-hander, and misses right of the basket at the horn. And through three quarters, it is all Pickett County here in Van Buren County as they lead 71-35. And we'll have the fourth quarter ahead of us between the Lady Bobcats and the Eaglettes after this break.
Time is money, and if your car's transmission is out of sorts, if your heating and cooling system is on the fritz, if your car will not start, it's costing you time. Pryor's Auto Spot gets it repaired. Work done right, on time, and that puts money back in your pocket. And Pryor's has tires to keep you running. No need to go anywhere else. Pryor's Auto Spot, 8410 Highway 111. Save time. Schedule your repair job at pryorsautospot.com. Getting your vehicle repaired. Pryor's.
117 years of serving the Upper Cumberland. Not many businesses can say that. Union Bank can, and yet Union Bank keeps changing to meet the needs of today. Mobile banking, text banking, you pay bills, Union Bank makes your life easier. And when you want to dream a new home, a new business, new car, local people sit down with you to make it happen. Union Bank, Highway 111 Birdstown, also Jamestown and Clark Range. Years of service, modern tools to be your bank. Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back out here in the Eagles' den where it's all Pickett County Lady Bobcats up 71-35 entering the fourth quarter. It's running clock time as the Bobcats look to put a stamp on their first road win of the season against a 1A state qualifier a season ago as that three is thrown up by Ava Kiesling and it's short of the rim. Racing down on the right block, the rebound is won back by Pickett County and they get ready to go again. Hand off to Ava Kiesling as she fakes it, gives it up. Over on the right side, the ball is in the hands of Cambry Connor, the junior, daughter of Jimmy and Julia Connor, as we now see a foul called near the far sideline in front of the Bobcat bench.
I think we just had an equipment issue right there. Looks like Cambry Connor just needs to tie her shoe up.
Okay, never mind. And I correct Jimmy and Julie Connor's young daughter, not Julia. Excuse me, Miss Connor. Thrown across court over to our near side. Ball moved back to Connor with 7:05 to go in the fourth quarter of a 71-35 Pickett County lead on the road at Van Buren County. Faked by Tompkins, sets her up to run elbow for the floater. Too hard of a shot. The ball tapped out over the end line and last touched on the play by Layla Bolden. Ball back to Pickett County. Clock continuing to move here with this huge lead for Pickett County on the road, up 71-35 with 6:40 left in the fourth quarter. Tompkins spinning down low, tripped up as she went in for the shot around the body of Julia Bell. And that does earn a foul and a trip to the charity stripe.
Tell you what I'm noticing tonight, Riley. Last season, when KT caught that ball, she would have spun left. The defender was playing her left this time. She's added to her arsenal. She's going back to the right-handed side. She's a left-handed player. She's definitely worked on that in the offseason. Love the ability to go both ways. Excellent job, KT.
Nice job. Kaylee Tompkins on the first free throw, trying to go for two. She does. Has a nice stroke to her off that southpaw side. And with 6:02 to go, it is 73-35, Pickett County leading by a large margin here on the road as Bolden drives left side and gives it up in the corner for a three ball up in the air. The rainbow is short, rebound taken down low by Burke, and she feeds up a sideways shot that doesn't land. Now we see the rebound tipped around, taken back. Bolden outright takes the three, and she's short of it, cannot hit tonight. Layla Bolden has had a hard time, folks.
Yeah, things got a lid on it for Riley. You know, when you look at her stats, I got her with 2, 4, 6, 8. I got her with 10 points on the night. While that's a third of the scoring for the Lady Eagles, they needed a whole lot more out of her tonight to stay in this ball game.
Everyone obviously being held accountable here for this performance, albeit the second game in this day for this young Eaglettes team. Still with a few seniors on their tap. 5:12 to go. 73-35 Pickett County moving the ball to Kiesling out front for the fireball three, and it's too strong. Rebound ripped down in the post by Bell and given out to Bolden as she brings it up slowly. Why not slow the tempo down here a little bit and save yourself some energy? And what looks like a split day of business for Van Buren County and the Eaglettes as that jumper for Bolden is too high. Rebound on the right block for Aminette. Pickett County running. Good pass up ahead to Tompkins, and the runaway score is hers. 75-35. As we now get to see a mass sub of Eaglettes coming in, it's a platoon swap.
I love it when the big man or big woman or big girl, whatever you want to say in this scenario, runs the court. She gets rewarded with the bucket. Love the pass, love the finish. Outstanding job, Lady Bobcats.
Lady Bobcats now up 40 at Van Buren County with 4:20 to play. Outright, we see the platoon swap and a couple of subs to name. First off, number 4, Shaylin Ross, young freshman playing out in the corner wearing number 4. You've also got number 42, Chloe Roberts, back in. Number 20 on the play, Jadalyn Breimer in for Van Buren County. And then you also have number 13, Ellie Grissom, back in on the floor. Meanwhile, you also have number 24, Rowan Sullivan, as that three ball from the top down is another nice drop in the bucket for Kaylee Tompkins. She is having a night, 78-35 with 3:45 to go. Pickett County leads by 43 over at Van Buren County's home. And Roberts loses the dribble. Ball saved on the ground, and then trying to push it out is Carly Aaron for Pickett County. But that ball goes out over the sideline. Last touch by the Eaglettes for another takeaway and a possession by Pickett County. Man, Casey, this has just been a sloppy second game, to say the least, for Van Buren County.
Yeah, a credit to Pickett County for making it sloppy, Riley. They came in here tonight, absolutely just put the clamp down defensively on this Lady Eagles team. Kayla Tompkins again driving to the bucket. Nobody picks her up. Great finish. Really impressed by Tompkins tonight. She's having herself quite the game.
No one picks her up. She picks herself up with that shot. 80-35 with 3 minutes left. Pickett County up big on the road here as the ball is swatted away over the near sideline by Addie Lowe. And the defense just continues to make life miserable for Van Buren County's Eaglettes. Here is Miss Ross out front, dribbling against the body. Floater up and banked in with a nice twist.
Banks open late on a Saturday night.
How about that? 2:35 to go in the fourth quarter. 80-37 lead for Pickett County as the Bobcats move it in with Lowe driving up the middle of the paint, stopping for the one-hander that's short. Roberts with the rebound, bringing it back up for Van Buren County with 2.5 minutes to go. Down by 43 as the ball is swatted, chased down and stolen away by Cambry Connor. Lowe with it, left side of the basket, finds it over to the right side for Aaron, and Aaron's got her first bucket of the night. 2:10 to go in the fourth quarter. 82-37 lead for Pickett County as the Eaglettes now drive in from the left corner down the middle of the box and feed it out right for the triple. And it's wide left, rebound slapped to Lowe. Pickett County running it back, feed in the beast up ahead. Aaron stops, saves the travel, but can't save the pass as it rolls out off of Connor's hand for a turnover by Pickett County.
Yeah, but still that time, really nice pass from midcourt from Addie Lowe. The one-handed pass down inside. Another great pass, just couldn't hang on to it. Ball out of bounds. Really nice look that time from Maddie Lowe.
Very nice look as the clock just continues to move here, and we get another Eaglet sub for Elle Grissom, number 34, checking in. Not listed on the roster. So interesting note there. Must be one of the JV kids given a spot here. Pass down low, tipped away, then rolled out over the end. Now Pickett County inbounds with 1:10 to go from conclusion of a dominant road victory here at Van Buren County against a state team from a season ago, as Lowe gets around the twist and corners it in for the reverse.
Nice reverse layup that time. Addie Lowe, these young kids, Riley, I'm telling you, playing big time tonight. Really impressed with this Pickett County.
And now Aaron diving and taking the ball away on another intercept, feeding Connor up ahead. She stops right block, puts up the shot. It's short. Rebound taken away by Pickett County down low, and now Aaron turns the corner, throws it from the high box, misses. Rebound by Tompkins with 37 seconds. She feeds Low out left. She fakes it, goes in, handoff on the left side of the post. Is a drop off underneath for Tompkins as she continues to score at will. 26 seconds left, 86-37. Pickett County with one of the most dominating performances you can find in all of Class A. And still trying to fight for one more turnover. As out left, we see the young JV player pass it inside, fighting through the press. That shot forced up by Breimer is blocked off. And now we get to see Tompkins seal it off, hold the ball, and now give it ahead to Ava Kiesling, as that will put a wrap on a phenomenal 86-37 road win over the Eaglettes of Van Buren County by the Pickett County Lady Bobcats. Wow, that was a dominant performance.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Riley, they dominated in every phase of the game tonight. Defensively, held Van Buren, they could not get anything going. Credit Van Buren. They played a game already earlier tonight. You could tell they were a little winded. Pickett County took advantage of that. Just pressure all over the court, created a lot of turnovers that led to a lot of points. Offensively, Pickett County really patient tonight. They got a lot of good looks. A lot of players got involved in the game. Really liked KT. Kaylee Tompkins, thought she played a really fantastic game tonight. When you look at Callie Reeder, really a lot of rebounds there in the first half. Just really nice game. A well-rounded team. Hey, this Pickett County team, they're for real.
Oh, yeah. Lady Bobcats making a huge statement with a roster that only lost one senior last year. So you definitely have a lot to play back with. And now on this team with no one set to graduate this coming year, this is a huge boost for this young club.
Yeah, got a lot of freshmen, sophomores getting a lot of clock. You can tell they've really put in some work in the gym in the offseason. A lot of footwork. I saw a lot of really nice improvement, specifically by Kaylee Tompkins, really being able to go right. I really like Zoe Nicholas. She came in, she's really poised, able to take some contact around the rim and finish. Again, this Lady Bobcats team, they look for real.
Very for real. And now we get set just under 14 minutes away from part two of our night. Van Buren County and the Eagles taking on the visiting Pickett County Bobcats, who are coming off of a dominant road victory against a 3A team in Cumberland County. That score 64-41. And Casey, that was a big statement for a team that's not bringing much back from last year.
Yeah, they've lost a lot of firepower off last season's team. Made a really great showing a couple nights ago against a Class 3A team. A really nice signature win for this Bobcats bunch. Tonight, this And then lastly, on the girls' side, Riley, you got Macon County this afternoon. Take on Trousdale. Take down Trousdale this afternoon. Final score, Macon County 48, Trousdale County 41. Flip over to the boys' side. Stone Memorial made that deep run last year, Final Four team in the state tournament. They take down Science Hill this afternoon. Final score, Stone Memorial 70, Science Hill 51. Earlier tonight, Van Buren County put up 78 big points against Soddy Daisy. Take down Soddy Daisy. Final score, Van Buren 78, Soddy Daisy 67. Livingston Academy, the Hawkeye, the boys, big time winners this afternoon over Whitwell. Final score, Livingston Academy 78, Whitwell 43. Final score on the boys' side, Hendersonville this afternoon, big time winners. They played Smith County. Final score, Hendersonville 72, Smith County 34. With 7 minutes to go, Riley, second quarter, University of Tennessee Vols, they trail the South Carolina Gamecocks. South Carolina 28, the Volunteers 14. Riley, that's the UC Sports Nation scoreboard. Back to you.
Thank you very much, sir. And man, how about Beamer ball, huh? What a statement for South Carolina if they can end Tennessee's hopes of even scraping the college football playoff, albeit I don't think many people expected Tennessee to be this far ahead of schedule in this position in year 2 of the Heupel era.
Yeah, just you looked at some games this afternoon, had a couple of games that came down late. That Baylor TCU game was a winning field goal right as time expired. Michigan, same story with Illinois this afternoon, able to squeak out a win. If you're a Volunteer fan, you wanted both those teams to lose. They both won. Let's see if Tennessee can make a run, close the gap, see what they can do in the second half.
Certainly will be important to see what they can bring to the table here, folks, as we continue on, try and get things together and keep things rolling along as we get closer to the start of this new contest right here between Pickett County and the Bobcats and the hosting Van Buren County Eagles. Everyone stand by and stand tall. We'll be right back with more action after this break. Apologies, folks. We seem to be having some technical difficulties here.
Tell you what, Riley, why don't we go through Casey's keys for the game while we work on some of that stuff over there. We'll start with Pickett County. You know, Riley, it's a whole new cast of characters this year for the Bobcats with a loss of 4 seniors and more than 80% of the offensive production and rebounding. It's a young team, Riley, but they're a hungry team. Look for Jacob Amonette, the 7A freshman of the year, to take on more responsibilities this season. More responsibilities means more leadership. Let's see how he settles into his new role. Secondly, I think the Bobcats, they've got to play poised. That's easier said than done for 16 and 17-year-old kids, Riley. This is a very tough place to play, and the Bobcat team is going to face lots of adversity tonight. Let's see if they're able to create some turnovers, which plagued Van Buren in the opener against DeKalb County, where they really struggled to take care of the ball in the second half. If Pickett County can be the aggressor, it's going to give them an advantage tonight. And then lastly, Riley, Pickett County's got to play tough, they got to play physical, and most importantly, they got to play with heart. In talking to Coach Amonette last week, he loves this team's chemistry and togetherness. They play for each other. My experience, Riley, tells me teams that play together win for each other. And that's tonight's Casey's keys for the game for Pickett County.
Well said there, partner. Why don't we take a break now and then continue on as we get closer to the start of the first half between Van Buren County and Pickett County out here on UCSportsNation.com.
Bobcats basketball continues. This is the Union Bank postgame report. Union Bank, Byrdstown, Jamestown, Clark Range. Member FDIC.
117 years of serving the Upper Cumberland. Not many businesses can say that. Union Bank can, and yet Union Bank keeps changing to meet the needs of today. Mobile banking, text banking, you pay bills, Union Bank makes your life easier. And when you want to dream a new home, a new business, new car, local people sit down with you to make it happen. Union Bank, Highway 111 Birdstown, also Jamestown and Clark Range. Years of service, modern tools to be your bank. Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Livingston Regional Hospital wants to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Livingston Regional is thankful for the community in which we serve.
Keeping your family healthy.
Delivering the best health care possible.
Today, when there are so many options available, Livingston Regional says thank you today and in the new year. You can trust Livingston Regional's experienced team of doctors, nurses, and specialists to keep your family healthy. Livingston Regional Hospital. Visit mylivingstonhospital.com. Today, your health, your home.
Powered by Hall's Sports and Outdoors. Crisscrossing the Upper Cumberland. UC Sports Nation tonight.
I'm Jacob Vinson. The Clay County boys basketball team will be without the majority of their roster and 80% of their starting lineup, with the Bulldogs football team going deep into the playoffs. Coach Rob Edwards says it's always tough getting them back into basketball shape.
This is the deepest playoff run that our football team has made in 23 years since I've been here. Typically, we'll go a couple rounds deep, so I would have already had those guys. But, it's usually 2 to 3 weeks to get into what we call basketball shape and to adjust to the difference in physicality. We still want to be physical, but there's a difference, a different level of it between football and basketball, obviously.
The York Institute Dragons get 2 games Saturday in the Coffee County Hall of Fame Day. Coach Rodney Pyle says they're seeing the dividends pay off now from the foundation that was laid by the few coaches before him.
Well, the foundation is real solid right now. We just got to make sure that we continue to build on that and keep getting it better. And, of course, we've had a great run of really good athletes, and hopefully that will continue.
White County is similar to Clay County in that they have to get their football guys up to basketball speed. Coach Eric Mitchell says the early season games aren't quite as important as the late season ones.
Yeah, obviously you want to win every game, but it really matters. Basketball's a tournament game any way you look at it. You can go over and win the state championship. That never happens, but you could. So we want to have these games to prepare us for that tournament, and that's where we want to be playing our best. And there's no real recipe for that, So that's what we try to achieve.
We'll be checking scores throughout the evening from UC Sports Nation.
Welcome back. We're joined now by head coach Brad Wormuth of the Covington Chargers. Coach, a big win over Tennessee yesterday in the semifinals, 10-3. The Bats got hot late in that one, 4 runs in the 6th, 4 runs in the 7th. What did you like in that ball game from your team?
Well, they just executed late in the game. We had opportunities early, and I felt like as a coach that I squandered the opportunities for us. So I kind of told myself, kind of back off a little bit, don't be so aggressive, and then, later in the game, the opportunities came up again, the kids executed, and we were able to, put the runs across the plate.
Coach, you guys struggled early on in the season, but have not lost here in the postseason. Second half of the season was really good. Was there a turning point? Was there a turning game? Or was there a change or something that went on there a little bit?
Bobcats basketball, the People's Bank countdown to tip-off.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, but you don't have to go through it alone. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you, answering your questions, creating a plan, helping you with the budget, taking care of the details. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you in some of the most difficult times of your life. Neighbors and friends ready to be there for you, to remember your loved one with caring and dignity. You don't have to shoulder it all. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you. Brown Funeral Chapel.
Welcome back. We're joined now by head coach Brad Wormuth of the Covington Chargers. Coach, a big win over Tennessee yesterday in the semifinals, 10-3. The Bats got hot late.
Back on the Pickett County pregame show, I'm joined by men's basketball head coach Joseph Amonette. Coach Amonette, what did you like from what you saw at Cumberland County that you think can carry over tonight to Van Buren?
I liked our intensity on defense, and I thought we really moved the ball well on offense. So, we're playing a different type team tonight, but our same philosophy, same way we're going to try to play the same way, try to play fast, try to get up and down the floor, and try to get plenty of open perimeter shots.
You're coming in after losing a lot of talented players from last year's squad, so How joyous was it for you to see your team perform against a 3A school the way they did in their first night, really not just playing their opponent but playing with each other?
I was excited. I was excited for them. They've worked really hard over the spring and the summer and this fall, and was just happy for them to come out and get a win and get the season kicked off in the right way.
Now coming into this matchup against Van Buren County, Dean of the region or the district, Coach Sullivan, what do you expect from his team that you feel like your guys need to be ready for?
You know, they're a veteran club. I think they have 7 seniors. This is kind of their team, their year. If they're going to make a run, it'll be this year. I look for them to be really aggressive offensively. They'll shoot a lot of 3-pointers. They'll get up and down the floor and want to play a fast-paced game.
And coming from a 3A gym to a smaller 1A gym, what are you preparing your guys to face in terms of like a home environment?
You know, I just told them this would be a really fun environment. Van Buren County is a fun place to play. The gym gets loud. The fans are right on top of you. So this is great high school basketball tonight.
Coach Amonette, best of luck.
Thank you.
That was head coach Joseph Amonette joining us here in the pregame show. We'll be back with more Pickett County basketball after this on UC Sports Nation.
Hi, this is Marvin Long, your local Twin Lakes Business Solutions consultant. The holidays are an especially busy time for many businesses, and that makes fast and reliable internet more important than ever. With Twin Lakes, your business can have broadband speeds up to 10 gig. That's 10,000 megabits per second. And we can customize solutions for voice, video conferencing, and more, making your busiest time your best time. Give me a call at 931-476-2151 to learn more, or visit twinlakes.net.
Welcome back out on UC Sports Nation as we get set for the start of round 2 of our doubleheader adventure between the Van Buren County Eagles and the Pickett County Bobcats as the men's teams now get ready to play. And Mr. Casey, this is a Van Buren team that is certainly one of the best in their district and poses a great challenge for Pickett County to try and build off their huge win.
Yeah, let's talk about tonight's Casey's keys for the game really quickly here, Riley. Garen Lewis, he's the engine of this Eagles team. Let's see if he can get the car out tonight and rev up that engine. He's the floor general and leader of this team. If he can get it going early, look for Van Buren to be able to take advantage of that. Senior Cannon Frady was the region MVP last season for the Eagles. He can shoot the rock from long range. He's not afraid to go down low and mix it up. Look for dribble drives by Garen Lewis to free up Frady in space to give him the open looks. That's tonight's Casey's keys for the game.
And with it, we see the Pickett County Bobcats win the first possession and take the first shot. A nice stroke of a 3 from Gage Harris to get the Pickett County Bobcats on the board as they now play high against the press. Also trying to take advantage of a Van Buren County team that played earlier tonight against Saudi Daisy and pulled off a close win. Ball in the hands of number 32, Kenyon Frady, last year's Region 3A MVP, as we see the basket down low on the left side, hooked in by Ethan McCoy, a senior post player with a nice twist. 7:15 in the first quarter, 3-2 Pickett County. Bobcats moving the ball around, trying to find an opening to pass it as they bounce it between the zone up the right block, and the lay-in is crested home once again by Gage Harris. 5-2 start on 5 points from Gage Harris for Pickett County. 7 minutes in the first quarter, and the press being put on by the gray-wearing Pickett County Bobcats against the white jersey-wearing Van Buren County Eagles. And there you see the foul called on the push-off. That one called against what looks like number 21 for Pickett County, Caden Thomas.
I believe they got Eli Reagan on that one, just trying to play defense, trying to force him into the boundary. A little too much body that time. Ball went out of bounds. Official thought he fouled him.
6:52 in the first quarter. Inbound in the backcourt for the motor of the team, as Casey said, Garen Lewis, and he takes the drive high off the left side to kick it around the left edge to Lawson. Lawson down the middle, goes up with the floater that's short, and the rebound is not anywhere as the foul was called. So now we get to see our first trip to the charity stripe here for Van Buren County.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that call right there, Riley. He's camped out right in the center of the paint, thought he had good guarding position, both feet on the ground, facing the defender, took one right in the chest. Call didn't go his way.
Well, the shot didn't go Mr. Lawson's way either, as he busted it off the back ring for a miss.
You know what they say, Riley.
Ball don't lie.
That's absolutely right.
Casey ain't lying, folks. And after the foul that was called against Pickett County's junior Caden Miller, we get to see Lawson try and split a trip, and he does with a nice swish. 5-3 lead for Pickett County on the road, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. And we see the young Jacob Amonette, the sophomore point guard, bringing the ball up and hurrying it over to Caden Miller as he flips it. Amonette, son, of course, of head coach Joseph Amonette, feeding it out right to Harris, who's got all 5 so far for Pickett County with 6:24 in the first. Amonette spinning to his right, going into the high post, bounce it over, and Miller inside gets the feed and shoots it in off the window.
Great look that time by Amonette. He found Caden Miller down standing on the block, unopposed. Nice finish.
Fine freshman year. Now trying to add his own legacy after the departure of his brothers Jacob and Lee to Alabama Huntsville. 6 minutes left in the first quarter, 7-3 Pickett County as Van Buren County tries to prod the needle with a 3 out right that misses for the offensive rebound by McCoy down the left post, and he dumps one off and in for his second field goal.
McCoy, big physical kid, bigger than Miller right there, just able to outbody him for the position. Nice play.
Nice play indeed. 7-5 Pickett County, 5:40 as Amonette lets it fly from left wing of the 3 and misses for the rebound down the right block by Canyon Frady to outlet up ahead. Lewis slows things down, gives it over to the bench man, Eli Scoggins, who checked in while we weren't looking. Held up on the circle, trying to find someone to pass it to as we continue to see Pickett County play a very aggressive zone defensive look with a couple of extra hands up front, not giving away the sideline very much. Outright, here comes the drive in. Scoggins feeds it down low to McCoy, and he goes up and lays it in left side for his third make. All 6 points on the floor belonging to Ethan McCoy, and now the ball tipped and stolen away. Here's Scoggins running it back for Van Buren County at Amonette for the floater in the run, and he scores it as he gets the blocking foul from Amonette for the and one that gives the lead to Van Buren County. What a nice finish the other way off a bad pass that Scoggins took advantage of, and now the sophomore is shooting at the line. 4:56 to go here in the first quarter as we see a sub come in for Pickett County, and it is number 10, Lyric Paris. So Scoggins shoots and splashes. A big swing here as the lead now on an 8-0 run by Van Buren is 11-7 Eagles over Bobcats. 4:50 in the first quarter. Ball being whipped over to left side by Dylan Anderson for the 3 in the corner by Amonette, and he checks his wrist to see if he still got the clean stroke. He does. And that makes it 11-10. Pickett County down 1 as the inbound is fed up ahead. Here's Frady running up the right side, hooking it into McCoy, left block, and he gets another shot off in the box and scores again.
McCoy's got 8 points right all underneath the goal. He's finding them wide open. Big, strong kid, just able to body his way in there, get position, get some points on the board.
All on that left post, too. Nicely done for Ethan McCoy with the 8 points. 13-10 lead for the hosting Van Buren County Eagles over Pickett County as Gage Harris has it out right. Clap called for it, catch made, and now we'll see Anderson hold it out front with 4 minutes left in the first, down 3, feeding Harris on the right wing, gets it back. Looks like a zone defense with a 3-2 look here for Van Buren. Outright, it's Harris, bounced in between, floater in the middle, is short, rebound slapped around, and it goes out over the sideline under the basket, and that we'll see a substitution for Pickett County as they could not hold on to the ball. A good effort there by Eli Reagan, but the sophomore comes up empty.
Riley, I don't have a score down in Sparta, but I just saw a highlight. Japeth Richmond just had a monster dunk. Trip Pinion put one off the board. He's able to come through, grab it with 2 hands, rim rocked it. Fantastic play. That's going to make the highlight film tonight.
Nasty stuff out there. But now as we see everything settle back in on the court, we've got another foul to call down on the floor. This one also against Pickett County as they got all 4 fouls so far. That one being tagged on Lyric Paris as the inbound goes across half court to Frady. Frady feeds it over to McCoy. McCoy trying to get to that left post spot, I'm sure, loses the ball for the turnover into the hands of number 22, Peyton Burton. And now here come the Bobcats the other way, down 2 as that 3 out left is up. And it's too hard. Rebound down for Anderson. And now Amonette out front. Pickett County trying again as Amonette drives in the post, is cut off by a bunch of different Eagles trying to get through the den. And he ends up getting the foul down low. What work by Amonette to save what looked like a scary moment.
Good move by Amonette, but really great rebound that time by a newcomer to the Bobcats. Dylan Anderson went up high with one hand, was able to corral it, keep the possession alive. Outstanding rebound, outstanding work by Amonette to get down low, get the defender off his feet. He's going to the free throw line to see if he can try to get the Bobcats tie this game up.
And now he will have that chance after making the first free throw. Jacob Amonette, a sophomore, a starter as a freshman on the team a year ago. One of the few starters to return for this very new-looking Bobcat team that is off and running in a 12-all game. Here at Van Buren with 3:20 in the first quarter. A good split. Scoggins feeds it out right. The fake is a drive-in by Lewis, who stops, hooks it out to the right corner. Nothing doing. Good defense shown there by Paris. Ball whipped into the right block. Van Buren trying to find a hole to exploit. And now the step out over on the right side by Ryan Wheeler leads to the three ball and the cash money fall. Another three for Van Buren, and they lead 15-12 with 2:55 to go in the first quarter. As Amonette feeds it over to Anderson, gets it back near the Eagles' nest. Throws it over to the right side for Miller. He overheads it to Amonette, who fakes Wheeler out, goes in the post, bounces it, and it's a kicked ball violation. That one kicked around by Van Buren inadvertently off of the foot of Ethan McCoy. Pickett County resets with 2:43 left in the first quarter, down 3. Sub coming in here for Van Buren as they check Eli Scoggins out for starter Mason Grissom. Thrown in by Anderson to Amonette left wing. Coach Sullivan saying, get your hands up, get your hands up. Anderson turning the corner up front, sides it off. Good bounce around left side for the lay-in underneath. And the finish by Burton. What a pass.
Nice pass by Anderson. Burton able to get it on the board. Really nice ball movement that time by the Bobcats.
Oh, and Lewis trying to set up McCoy right block. Has it turned over to Miller. Pickett County running it back. Knocks the ball free. Good defense. And that ball rolls out over the side of the basket, under the side of the basket for a turnover that Miller is a little stunned by. That went so fast. How can you even react to it? As now Wheeler has the ball poked out and stolen away. Good hands there by Lyric Paris. 3 outright by Amonette's up. Off the left rim. Rebound fought for and taken away by Grissom. Here comes Van Buren up the near sideline. Up 1 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Thrown to the front end. Ball lost in the backcourt, and that is a violation.
Really good pressure that time by the Bobcats. Riley just forcing the tempo, forcing the ball away from the bucket. Created some momentum that time for the Bobcats. Just too much pressure for Van Buren to handle.
Now Amonette getting a call from his dad over on the sideline. Joseph Amonette, what a job he's done over his tenure as the head coach of his alma mater. Trying to get them back to where they were when he last played for them, as that shot in the corner is butter, and Jacob Amonette continues to make some sweet string music. 17-15 lead for Pickett County on the road as Van Buren quickly breaks the press across half court. Scoggins out front, back in the contest. Going at Anderson to kick it right side. The fake by Wheeler sets him to run to the right block. He fakes in, pulls up, and hits the lean two. A nice healthy two on the right block for Wheeler, and it's tied at 17 with 1:20 left. Pickett County with the ball back the other way. Amonette facing Wheeler out on top of the arc, trying to protect it from the long, lengthy Wheeler. Keeping the ball away with space. Now bounces inside. Turning and burning the pass out right for the corner three by Miller. It's too hard. Rebound rolls into Anderson's hands, and he takes the jump to drive inside, fight for it, and gets strip fouled by Grissom. Good job there by Mr. Anderson. He is a motor out there on the floor.
Yeah, really like Dylan Anderson's energy off the bench right here. He's a senior, didn't play on the team last year, but I really like a couple of things early that I've seen out of him. He's going to be a contributor for this year's team for sure, Riley.
If he keeps playing with this kind of hustle, for certainty, he's going to become a favorite of Coach Amonette and the rest of the Bobcat fans, as his first free throw is backed in. 18-17 lead for Pickett County now with just 1 minute and a second left in the first quarter. And Mr. Dylan Anderson spotting his free throw, lets it go, and touches it all. 19-17 lead for Pickett County off a nice 2-for-2 trip by Dylan Anderson and the inbound to McCoy. Van Buren hurrying it up back the other way. Scoggins on the right block, moving it out front for Frady to fire up a three. Wide left, rebound tapped over to the left side for the takeaway. And here comes Burden for Pickett County. Looking out right to Anderson, now to Amonette up front. He splits the gate, goes under the defense, floats in the box, wide left. Ball saved back into Amonette, bounced over to the right block for Burden to look out and find Anderson for the jumper. And he gets it too hard off the right rim. Rebound ripped down by Grissom on the right block with 32 seconds left. Here comes the Eagles, feeding McCoy down low left side, and he gets that same spot and that same score to finish with 10. 19 all 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Ethan McCoy with 10 points, leading Van Buren's hustle. And hitting them all from the exact same spot. Don't let him go to his left, basically. 10 seconds left. Amonette moving it to the right side, gets it back. Looking off the long wing, facing a double team, throws it to the corner for a Miller tray. Money! 22-19 as the buzzer sounds. Pickett County takes the lead into the second quarter. As we take a break and come back for some more action. Start the second quarter on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. This is Pickett County Bobcats basketball here on UC Sports Nation.
Most insurance ads end at competitive rates, as if that's all that matters. As your local professional insurance agent, that's just where Kiesling Insurance begins. When it comes to insuring your home, your car, or your business, Kiesling Insurance offers you personalized service and advice, along with a choice of companies to fit your needs. And yes, competitive rates too. When you need insurance, call them, or be sure and contact the team at Kiesling Insurance or visit them online at KieslingINS.com for details about life, home, auto, or business.
You're the get-it-done kind of guy. Task to do? Finish it. So you need solutions. Stover's is your solution. A store full of options to get the job done. A little bit of everything. Perfect for the cost-conscious DIYer or contractor. Stover's will save you money because Stover's buys in bulk. They find deals. They find closeouts. Tile, laminate, lighting, plumbing, hardwood, landscaping. Make Stover's the first step for solutions. West Broad Street, Cookeville.
Stover's, your anything and everything store.
Nice showing in the first quarter and a nice three in the right corner for Eli Reagan, as it looks like Jacob Amonette has got this team running on full swing offensively with a 22-19 lead after one quarter of play in Van Buren High.
They're playing with a lot of energy. They're playing with a lot of unselfishness. Love the extra pass a few times. It's got them wide open looks. They just got to figure out a way to stop McCoy down here on the baseline.
Oh, and the alley-oop feed missed wide left by Wheeler after he got the feed from out over left wing. And Amonette bringing it up for Pickett County, up 22-19. Ball being moved around, pushed over to the left from Miller to Amonette as he spins in off the arc, moves it back out front to Miller. Miller feeds Reagan on the right wing to drive by Wheeler, fake underneath two, and lay it up on the right block. Eli Reagan is putting his stamp on this game with these last two buckets here. 7:28 to go in the second quarter, 24-19 Pickett County lead as the Eagles bring the ball into the front end of the court, moving left to right. Bouncing it inside, McCoy works up to the left block, goes up for that same shot, misses it, but does get the foul call. And so now we get to see Ethan McCoy continuing to dominate the low left post. He has been delivering so far in this game for Van Buren County.
Yeah, that's their go-to right now, Riley. Just try to get it down on the block. He's had a lot of empty looks where he's got wide open point-blank shot. That time right there challenged a little bit. They get the foul on number 21, Caden Thomas, on the play. But we'll look for his matchup down low, see if they can figure out a way, force him off that block, more away from the bucket, figure out if he can make another move.
And one free throw makes, the second one misses, and the rebound is ripped in on a leap by Reagan. Amonette brings it across the near side midcourt line. Ball in the hands of Caden Miller and fed back to Amonette as he steps in just off the right circle, spins it around. Gage Harris giving it up back on the chest of Miller. Over to the left side for the throw in by Thomas down low. Slipped out to the left corner for a three ball. Too strong, rolls off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound, gets the Pickett County crowd lively. And now Reagan pushing it to Amonette out front as he goes in. Tries to space out the defense, spins into the block, throws it, but the ball is tipped away by Frady. And now the ball is picked up on the dive by the Pickett County Bobcats and by young Caden Thomas. Here is Mr. Amonette splitting the defense up the left block, rolling in for the floater and missing as Wheeler comes up with the rebound. And Van Buren County brings it back up with 6:30 left in the half, down 24-20. Handed to McCoy out left. He takes a run to the high post, spins into the left side, tries to get around for the floater in the block and continues to touch it all. He's got himself a nice piece of 13. 24-22. Pickett County leading by 2 with 6:14 left in the second quarter. As Reagan bounces it down, Amonette watching as we see Miller spin, and it looks like there's a foul called under the basket after we saw the spin in by Jacob Amonette.
Yeah, had his defender on his hip, took him baseline, just rode him out of bounds right there. Officials picked up on it. Nice move down low to try to get open. We'll see if the Bobcats can capitalize on this inbound play.
Inbound by Harris, finding Caden Thomas right corner. He throws a hard one. Reagan moves it to Amonette. 6 minutes left in the second, 24-22 Pickett County. Gage Harris out left, looks for the three, fires the three, and hits the three. Another triple for Pickett County. 27-22 lead for the Bobcats with 5:52 in the second quarter. Inbound being looked for by Lawson. He feeds it down the middle of the paint to Wheeler, and he looks out left, gets it over to Scoggins. Scoggins met on the double team, trying to keep the ball away from Harris. Harris staying on him. He throws it to Wheeler out front. He fakes it with the leg, moves it into Lawson. Lawson going to McCoy down low, and we see the ball last touched apparently by Caden Miller, forced out of bounds under the basket for a Van Buren County reset.
Nice play that time by Caden Miller. He's able to body him up, try to force him off that block, get him out something a little more uncomfortable.
Now the inbound moved over to the right wing, and now the three is put up by Lewis, and he hits nothing but nylon. Nice shot there for Mr. Garen Lewis, the engine of this team as a junior point guard. Makes it 27-25 Pickett County, with Jacob Eminette dribbling it up the court across halfway with 5:15 left in the first half. Wheeler holds it over his head, hands it up top. Eminette takes the drive, bumps, steps back for the jumper. And actually it's an offensive foul, as it looks like Jacob Amonette was called for putting his shoulder down too much into it. 5:09 to go on the second foul committed by Jacob Amonette. Lawson moves back under his own basket to inbound this one for Van Buren County, down 27-25. They find Lewis. He gets it back into the inbounder. Lawson trying to break this Pickett County press. Both Pickett County teams playing with an intense press here today. And now Lewis sliding in, finds McCoy at the right block, and he scores, albeit from the opposite side this time after getting all his shots in from the left side of the paint. 27-all with under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Pickett County swinging it around. Out front, it's Miller. Right-handed pass over to Amonette. Overhead pass across court wing. Move back to Amonette. Amonette twisting, bouncing it off his foot, picks it up. 4:35 in the second, crossing back in a 27-all game, splitting the defense, feeding it down right for the layup, and the score by Miller on a nice play by Amonette.
What a dime he dropped right there. Outstanding pass, Jacob Amonette. Great finish.
Now Scoggins back the other way on his own left wing in the offensive side. 29-27 Pickett County. Scoggins fakes out, goes in the middle, floats it up short. Rebound slapped and taken in and fed out to Amonette after it was corralled by Thomas. Amonette pushing it for Pickett County. Down the floor, in the bucket, laid up off the back ring, no good, but the foul is called.
Great take that time. Jacob Amonette straight down the lane, takes it right into the defender. Was going to make him foul him. He absolutely did. Ball hung up on the rim. Thought it was going to go down, just slid off. He's going to go to the free throw line, try to knock down a couple of free throws.
That kind of shot that falls in after the contact so long afterwards, that's got to be a killer.
Yeah, if you're a defender, you know, that ball going in just does not feel good. Takes a little momentum out of you. Amonette knocks down this first free throw. Let's see if the Bobcats will put on this pressure if he makes his second free throw.
Let's see, 30-27 lead here for Pickett County after the free throw make by Amonette. 4:07 in the second. Amonette bends the knees, fires it up, and tops it off. 31-27 lead as three Bobcats are now subbing in.
Really like this strategy right here. Coach Amonette subbing in after a free throw, allows his team to get down, get the press completely set up. Love the strategy right here.
So now everyone getting set back over here as we see Coach Amonette give a call out to his defense, make sure that their defense is ready to press on and try and take the ball, as you see the over-the-back foul called in front of the inbounds play by Payne Burton for jumping on his man. He liked the aggressiveness.
Love the aggressiveness, just a little over-aggressive right there. Gotten to the offensive player's back. It's going to be 1-1 bonus time here. 4:05 to go second quarter. Van Buren's going to shoot free throws on every foul the rest of the way out.
4:05 to go here. The free throw up. Too hard for Lewis. Rebound ripped down by Dylan Anderson as the Energizer Bunny gives it up to Eli Reagan, who now handles the ball handling duties. Burton spinning, giving it out to Harris, sets him a screen up the right baseline to fake the pass and give it back out to Burton, who hooks it out left to Anderson on the wing. Up top, it's to Reagan. Reagan moving right, hands it off. Here is Mr. Burton, underhanded slip. Anderson and this entire Pickett County team trying to collapse the defense for an open look that misses off the back ring by Reagan. Rebound taken down by Van Buren County as we see Grissom had the ball poked out of his hand out of bounds in front of the bench. Van Buren County will inbound it down 4. 31-27 score with 3:34 remaining in the first half as the inbound is fed up top to Wheeler, and he crosses as the ball slapped out of his hands, loose and picked up by Pickett County. Here comes Reagan. 3:25 to go. Passes out left, the three ball's on, and it's too strong, but it rolls in after it got the light touch off the back rim by Anderson. How about it? And now a full football pass downfield. Lewis feeding it to McCoy as he runs up, misses the lay-in. Wheeler's second chance, no good. Rebound slapped out of his hands to Harris. Pickett County back with it up 7, 3 minutes left in the second quarter as that three is hit from behind, and Harris earns a three-point foul. Whoa!
Riley, Bobcats on a big run right here. They're playing with a lot of emotion. Finally had McCoy miss one down here. Big time rebound, transition pass down to Harris. He got fouled on a three-point opportunity. He's going to try to see if he can knock down 3 free throws, extend this Bobcat lead.
Harris's first is nothing but nylon. 35-27 Pickett County leading. 3:05 to go in the first half. That last foul committed by Van Buren County's Caleb Lawson, number 42, his second. And that second free throw hit nicely by Harris, pushes the lead to 9 for Pickett County as a timeout is called on the floor. Certainly want to take time to think about this sort of deal right now, because Pickett County is starting to separate here as this looks like a full timeout, and with it, we'll be right back after this break.
It's game night, but sniffles are slowing your MVP. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Dad doesn't feel like a pickup game. Your choice is First Choice Family Care, 864-3232. Mom's been benched all weekend. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Taking care of your family team all year round. Primary care, preventative care, wellness. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Walk-ins and appointments. Your choice is First Choice Family Care. Always accepting new patients.
117 years of serving the Upper Cumberland. Not many businesses can say that. Union Bank can, and yet Union Bank keeps changing to meet the needs of today. Mobile banking, text banking, you pay bills, Union Bank makes your life easier. And when you want to dream a new home, a new business, new car, local people sit down with you to make it happen. Union Bank, Highway 111 Birdstown, also Jamestown and Clark Range. Years of service, modern tools to be your bank. Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Gage Harris at the free throw line looking to complete the three-point play the hard way as he's nailed his first 2 free throws after getting fouled on a three-point attempt in transition. Looking to push the Pickett County lead to 10. And he does, 37-27. The lead is now up here for Pickett County with 3:05 to go in Van Buren County. 3:05 to go in the first half as the full press is being put on here, and Wheeler's trying to find an opening, finds Lawson outright, he hooks it in, but McCoy has the pass tipped, and it was last touched by McCoy out of bounds. Pickett County ball.
You know what I love? I love the energy of the Pickett County bench right here. Everybody on the bench really cheering on their teammates. Great defensive possession that time. Let's see if they can go down to the other end and capitalize.
Reagan to Harris, now to Burden on the right side of the arc. In between, the ball goes. Floated back to the left corner. Anderson fakes the 3, steps in for the long 2, and cashes through. 39-27 Pickett County with 2:36 to go as the Bobcats are bringing it to the Eagles and their talented team that won their district a year ago. But now we see the offensive foul called on the other end of the floor as McCoy ran into Dylan Anderson.
Fantastic job right there, Riley. He's standing there, got his feet planted, takes one right in the chest. That's a game-winning play right there.
And who knows it? 2:28 to go in the second quarter. 39-27 Pickett County, and this young team pulling off all the right moves, making all the right plays. Outright, here's the drive in by Reagan. He bumps Wheeler, pushes it across to Anderson, who runs in from the three-point line, serves it around for the catch outright by Lyric Paris. He moves it to the right corner for Burden to fake, go around McCoy inside, and lay it up on the right block for another score. 41-27 Pickett County with just over 2 minutes left. Van Buren County breaks the press across half court. Wheeler fighting through a double team. Pass is tipped, but the foul is called. And might be against Dylan Anderson, or in this case, number 10, Lyric Paris. Let's see.
I believe they got Gage Harris on that one. Got in there, got a little bit too much arm as he's trying to rip it away from the offensive player.
And so Gage Harris, after collecting his first foul, is subbed out. In his place, Caden Thomas checks back in. 8th foul for Pickett County, up 14 with 1:57 in the first half, and Wheeler's first free throw is topped straight down the circle. Ryan Wheeler buying himself a little bit of time. Senior post player for the team, puts up another shot, and it swirls in. 41-30, excuse me. or 29? I'm getting everything mixed up right now. 1:50 to go before halftime. 41-29 lead for Pickett County. As Kane Thomas is double teamed in the corner, saves it over the sideline, but it's turned over, and Lawson does get a foul after a player ran into him trying to see if he could save the possession.
Yeah, just got caught down there in the corner, picked his dribble up, didn't really have anybody close to him, was trying to find somebody cut down the center of the paint. It was a long pass. Van Buren just came in, picked it off nicely. Probably a pretty good foul right there in the backcourt. They had an easy layup. They're going to try to knock a couple of free throws down right here, cut it into this lead.
Lawson's free throw spits out, and the empty trip helps Pickett County bring it back with Reagan, pushing it up ahead. 3 spotted by Anderson, off the rim. Rolled around and tipped to McCoy. Van Buren County with the rebound, and Lewis turning the corner, gets across the timeline. Moves it to the right corner for a spot 3 by Grissom. Sideways, rebound on the right blow, taken by Lawson, and now a foul called after Lawson got hit over his head trying to get that rebound controlled.
Yeah, I got Gage Harris coming in there. He's trying to be a good teammate and trying to go in there amongst the trees, try to grab a rebound. Just hit him right in the head on the rebound. Double bonus time for Van Buren County.
1:24 to go on the first free throw. Bricks off the back rim, and Lawson aghast at himself. Can't believe he missed. Van Buren County having trouble converting these free throw chances. After 10 fouls by Pickett County in the first half, second free throw's up, and he spats it in. Minute 24 to go, 41-30 lead for Pickett County as Eli Reagan brings the ball up, pushes it over, it's slipped inside, a good fake, the shot up underneath, and Paris puts it in. 43-30 Pickett County, a minute 13 left. And here comes Van Buren County with Lewis over to the right side. It's Lawson moving in right elbow, throwing it underneath, trying to find McCoy, and he can't find the strip as the ball is called and a foul is called down on the floor against Lyric Paris for trying to go for it on his back.
Yeah, just got down there, loose ball, tried to dig it out of there. Just had a defender, or had one of the Van Buren players' arms. But you know what? Really nice defensive play that time. Van Buren almost threw it away. Double bonus free throws right here for number 42, Caleb Lawson.
And that one taking the lucky hit off the back rim as Lawson holds himself at his hips and is like, okay, that went in a little differently than I expected, but it still goes. Now 43-31 score. Van Buren County trying to cut into the deficit with a minute 4 left before halftime, and Lawson's second free throw is splashed. It's an 11-point game with a minute 2 left in the first half. Eli Reagan hurrying it up with a quick cross. Spinning into a double team. Looks across, finds a man out right in Thomas. Thomas faking the pass, trying to split between the defenses. The ball tipped, and Reagan saves it back into the front court for a chase down take by Thomas. He bowling balls the pass over to Reagan. 45 seconds left. Reagan pushing it left side, now to the corner. The 3 ball's up, and it's down for Dylan Anderson. He is a real 3-and-D kind of player, isn't he? Man, oh man, this kid can fly and shoot.
Dylan Anderson really providing a spark for this Bobcat team tonight. Again, he's a newcomer to the program, really giving a lot of energy and effort tonight.
Shot off the left post, swirls out of the back ring, tip for the offensive board to Lewis for the jumper, and he cashes in on the lucky scoop. 15 seconds left, 46-34 Pickett County as Reagan slows things down to under 10 seconds for the final shot of the half. Finds Tom Anderson in the corner. Thomas moving it around. Back to Reagan. 3 seconds. Reagan into the post. Now out left. Anderson's 3 is short. But at the end of one half of play, Dylan Anderson and the Pickett County Bobcats hold the lead here in Van Buren County over the Eagles, 46-34. What a score and what a first half.
Absolutely, Riley. Just a lot of energy right now for the Bobcats. We talked about it a little bit in pregame. This team has got a lot of chemistry. They play for each other. Coach Amonette said it last week when we went up and chatted with them. They play for each other. You can tell that. You got the bench over there really getting energized. They love a defensive play. The one where we took an offensive foul right in the chest, you had every Bobcat player standing up, congratulating the player on the ground. That's a gutsy play. I call that a game-winning type play, Riley, when you can give up your body for the team. Those are game-winning type plays. Bobcats up 12 here at the half. I think for the second half, what you want to see is you want to see more of the same. You want to see a lot of that defensive pressure, continue to share the basketball offensively. As we talked about early, Dylan Anderson, this kid is really a nice addition to this team so far. He's gave a lot of really quality minutes so far. He's hit a couple of big threes, A couple of really nice rebounds. He looks great out there. Hey, Bobcats on the road, up 12. They put up 46 here in the first half. Really like where they're headed.
Very good start for them. As we now take a break and come back with more analysis here at halftime of a 46-34 lead on the road for Pickett County over Van Buren County. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more after this.
When your day-to-day work causes pain, when your daily exercise stops you cold, when picking up the groceries or your grandchild makes you ache, call Milestone. Milestone Physical Therapy improves lives. Milestone builds futures by finding the source of your pain. It's not about covering up the aches. It's about getting rid of them. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. 864-8090. Orthopedic care that improves your life. With over 20 years experience, see Laura Reagan at Milestone Physical Therapy.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, but you don't have to go through it alone. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you, answering your questions, creating a plan, helping you with the budget, taking care of the details. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you in some of the most difficult times of your life. Neighbors and friends ready to be there for you, to remember your loved one with caring and dignity. You don't have to shoulder it all. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you. Brown Funeral Chapel.
Welcome back, everyone, to this halftime report. It is a 46-34 lead for the Pickett County Bobcats and the boys basketball team over the hosting Van Buren County Eagles. Riley Chestnut, KCL Bolden alongside you, and we hope you've enjoyed both games so far after the Lady Bobcats came up with a huge win for their first of the season, 86-37 here today. Pickett County men's basketball looks well on their way to being 2-0 this season, but we still have a full half to play, so let's pause the brakes on that optimism from me as we take a look at some of the best scorers in the first half for Coach Amonette. Starting off, you've got a smattering of points. In fact, you got 8 total to lead the entire bunch from Dylan Anderson off the bench, the senior, number 5, who's playing some phenomenal, energetic defense and hitting a few corner threes, has really looked impressive for this Pickett County team. Meanwhile, you see the marks that have been put up. He's not the only Bobcat to hit a three. In fact, he is one of, count 'em, 4 different Bobcats to hit threes in that first half. The other 3, Jacob Amonette, You've also got Eli Reagan, who came up nice with 5 points in the first half, and Gage Harris, who hit 2 threes in that first half. He ties for the team high with Anderson and has 8 points as well. But you can't help but ignore the fact that this entire front has put together some very stout defensive possessions and really limited this Van Buren Eagles team to just one main attack, and that is Ethan McCoy, who managed to come up with 5 two-pointers in the first quarter, added 2 more on, and so currently stands with 14 points at halftime and what has been a very, very tough first half, really all day. But you got to figure the fact that playing a game before today, it wasn't going to be easy, that's for sure, for Van Buren County, having already played and gotten wins over Saudi Daisy to now come in 1-1. Well, not for the Eaglettes anymore, now 1-2, as we now get to be rejoined by our own Casey Bolden. And man, that first half, Dylan Anderson was really flying out there.
Yeah, Dylan Anderson, big time addition to this Bobcats program, Riley. He absolutely came in, brought a lot of energy off the bench, had a couple of big rebounds, knocked down a couple of big three-point shots in the second quarter, helped run that lead out for the Bobcats. Really liked his energy and effort as he joins this team this year. It's going to be a really nice piece to the puzzle.
Yes, he is, but he's not the only one. You also saw a couple of buckets for Gage Harris as well, tying for the team lead with 8 points.
Yeah, Gage Harris, didn't get a whole lot of minutes last year. Usually came in mop-up time, but usually when he came in, he knocked down a couple of three-pointers. He's picked up right where he left off last year, knocked down some big buckets early. Love his ability to get open. He's not the biggest kid on the floor, but he's got a big heart. He figures out ways to get himself open, put himself in scoring positions. He's a great shooter. Another big addition. He's going to help this Bobcats team this season.
Now with just over 4 minutes left in halftime, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will get you started and ready for the second half, as it's 46-34 Pickett County over Van Buren County at the break.
Pickett County Bobcats basketball. Today's game sponsored by Brown's Funeral Chapel. Brown's stands beside you at those difficult moments of life. Count on Brown's Funeral Chapel by Union Bank, serving Byrdstown, Jamestown, and Clark Range, serving the neighbors of our hometown. Member FDIC. And by Milestone Physical Therapy, orthopedic care that improves your life. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. Milestone.
On the 12th day of Christmas, Twin Lakes gave to me. Twin Lakes is celebrating their customers this holiday season with the Twin Lakes 12 Days of Giving Christmas giveaway, beginning Black Friday, November 25th. Visit them online at twinlakes.net to get your name in the bag. There'll be over 75 winners, with names drawn every day. To increase your chances of winning, revisit and enter every day through December 12th. Winners will be announced on the Twin Lakes Facebook page beginning December 3rd. Learn more at twinlakes.net.
If you need more space, you want a newer home, or maybe it's time to downsize to a cozy cottage at the water's edge, People's Bank has a home mortgage plan that will help turn your dreams into a reality. Our experienced home mortgage officers have the answers you've been looking for. When it comes to mortgages, whatever it is you want or need, People's Bank is the right place to go. People's Bank and Trust Company, with offices in Byrdstown and Albany, investing in the future, one customer at a time. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, but you don't have to go through it alone. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you, answering your questions, creating a plan, helping you with the budget, taking care of the details. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you in some of the most difficult times of your life. Neighbors and friends ready to be there for you, to remember your loved one with caring and dignity. You don't have to shoulder it all. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you. Brown Funeral Chapel.
When your day-to-day work causes pain, when your daily exercise stops you cold, when picking up the groceries or your grandchild makes you ache, call Milestone. Milestone Physical Therapy improves lives. Milestone builds futures by finding the source of your pain. It's not about covering up the aches, it's about getting rid of them. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. 864-8090. Orthopedic care that improves your life. With over 20 years' experience, see Laura Reagan at Milestone Physical Therapy.
Happy to be back out here in the Eagles' den, where so far Pickett County got a win in dominant fashion from the women's side, 86-37, and the men off and running with a first half lead heading in the second half of 46-34.
Yeah, again, just playing with a lot of energy, a lot of emotion. Bobcats playing for each other tonight for sure. Coach Amonette said he loved the team chemistry. He loved that this team really cared about each other. Thought that was going to take them a long way this season. They've got a couple of new additions to the team we didn't see last year. They've came in, provided that energy, that spark, helped create some additional turnovers, got to the rim, hit a couple of big three balls. They've got a 12-point lead here, Riley. Sometimes it's easy to kind of get complacent. Let's see if the Bobcats in this third quarter can continue to turn up the heat, create some turnovers. Let's see if they can run this lead out. We've seen Van Buren already once today. They're a little bit tired in the legs. I think if Pickett County can run that lead out a little bit further, might be all she wrote for Van Buren.
Very true. And what Pickett County's been able to do so far is just press, 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 like they're holding down the square button in NBA 2K. I mean, they are playing some hard-nosed defense out there, just like we saw in the first game. And really, the formula has created everything for itself. Pickett County's played great pressure defense and has managed to frustrate and wear down this Eagles team. So now the inbound goes to Eli Reagan as Pickett County moves left to right up the court with the 12-point lead to start the second half. Jacob Amonette, after sitting a good chunk of the second quarter, back in the contest as Harris loses the ball, but it's saved by Reagan. Pickett County with the ball moved over to Caden Thomas as they move it into Amonette, and he gets bumped by Lawson, and Lawson seems to be cursing at himself after giving away that dumb foul.
Yeah, just chasing around after the screen, just couldn't fight through, couldn't fight over the top, just got behind and it just came in. Easy foul right there for the official.
Maybe a little too harsh on my end. Maybe a good job by Amonette to kind of do a Luka Doncic and slow things down enough to create contact. Either way, Reagan gets the inbound on the left wing and hands it to Amonette, and Amonette gets ready to go at Lawson, meets the double team, slips up, picks the ball up on a knee like a globetrotter, and saves it to Caden Thomas. Good creativity there by young Jacob Amonette, the sophomore, charged with leading the offense on the floor for the next 3 years of his career. Handed off out front for Harris to fire up a three, and he drops it in to give himself a team-high 11 points. Now second in the contest behind McCoy's 14. 49-34, Pickett County with 7:10 in the third quarter. As the ball's floated to McCoy on the left post, and he shoots short. Rebound seconded by Lawson is short. Here comes Pickett County, outletting to the right corner for a three by Harris. Heat check time, but the rebound rolls to Caden Miller. And Pickett County can afford to reset up 15 with 6:53 in this third quarter. As Amonette drives on the right side, goes around two defenders, but comes up short on the squeezer. Rebound back to Scoggins and back to Buren County. With 6:42 in the third quarter, down 15. Frady rolling up the right block, comes up short, and now Pickett County pushes back the other way. Looking no inside to Thomas, and he sizzles with a little stake to set him up. 51-34 Pickett County.
Nice dime that time by Jacob Amonette. No look pass. Nice finish.
Nice indeed, and Jacob Amonette showing his Patrick Mahomes level creativity as that three on the left wing is kissed in by Garen Lewis, the motor of the team, looking to wake his troop up. And he makes it 51-37 Pickett County with 6:08 in the third quarter. Reagan with it out left. Moves it over to Miller on the high circle. Pushed out right to Harris on the wing. Holding the ball over his head, looking for a pass. Sees Amonette come off the switch. Still with Lawson. 5:52 to go in the third. Bounce pass. Miller moving it and throwing it a little late as Amonette was ready to cut over to the right corner. Turnover, Pickett County up 14. Now Lawson gets ready to inbound it for Van Buren County. Looking to beat the press, and he does, finding Scoggins with 5:44 in the third quarter. As McCoy's out left, hands off to Scoggins. He lets the three ball go. Short. Rebound on the right, blocked by Lawson. Serves it inside to McCoy, and he's got his 16th point over on the left side of another bunny. 51-39 lead for Pickett County with 5:27 to go in the third. And the ball being whipped around on the arc over to the left wing for Thomas to protect. Pass it in off his pivot foot to Miller down low. Met by McCoy. Underhands it to Thomas on the cut. And he misses the layup as the foul is called against Miller for going over the back of Frady.
Yeah, good idea that time. Really good look by Caden Miller. Just couldn't finish it. We're going to get a sub right here. Number 10's coming into the game, Lyric Paris. Pickett County continuing this full court pressure. You can tell Van Buren's a little exhausted right now. Look a little step slow.
So now Lewis trying to find a pass up ahead, beats the press to Frady, who goes over to McCoy out left. McCoy double teamed, has the ball poked out of bounds. But there might have been a foul called for a reach in on that play, or nope, just over the sideline. 5:07 to go in the third quarter, 51-39 lead for Pickett County. As Van Buren County gets the inbound. Underhanded to Lewis. He splits it up the sideline. Pass tipped as he was leaning, and Thomas saves it in for Pickett County to take it back. Under 5 to go in the third, up 12. Amonette driving down the right side, feeding Paris on the left block, and he loses the ball as it's ripped away, but a jump ball is called, and possession goes back to the Eagles. Really good job of collapsing in on Lyric Paris down on the left block to keep him from even getting a look at the basket. As now we see the inbound go up ahead to Scoggins. He waits for the double team, trying to cross away from it. Moves it to the middle. Grissom throwing a long pass across half court to Lewis, who goes in, tries to find the corner man, but gets fouled trying to set up Frady in the corner.
Gage Harris didn't think he fouled him that time. Thought he had a lot of basketball. Going to get subs right here into the game. A little sloppiness right now from both teams. See if Pickett County can figure out how to continue to throttle up that pressure, create a turnover, make an easy bucket.
Gage Harris subbing out with 3 fouls now as we see Burton check in, going against Lewis up the left block as he one-hands one off the right rim. Rebound tapped away from 2 different Bobcats by their own teammates, but it's Amonette that comes up with it, and Pickett County running it back with 4:28 to go in the third as Amonette thought he had the and one, but the shot is waved off after he got fouled on the high left elbow.
Yeah, really. You know, that's a difficult play to officiate right there, Riley. They teach you in officiating, you know, if you've already caught and he's gathering and he's going to the rim, should continue that. Official didn't see it that way that time. Side out for Pickett County.
4:20 in the third, 51-39 lead as the shot is forced up by Amonette, falling to his left on the sideline, and the rebound is ripped down by Lewis as a foul is called. And look at this. Foul called against the group here. As we see the official talking with Joseph Amonette, and it looks like a full timeout has been called here. Amonette waiting to confirm this with the official. Standing in front of the scorer's table as now both sides retreat to their bench, and we will too. Back with more action after this break as it's 51-39 Pickett County with 4:16 left in the third quarter after this.
When your day-to-day work causes pain, when your daily exercise stops you cold, when picking up the groceries or your grandchild makes you ache, call Milestone. Milestone Physical Therapy improves lives. Milestone builds futures by finding the source of your pain. It's not about covering up the aches, it's about getting rid of them. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. 864-8090. Orthopedic care that improves your life. With over 20 years' experience, see Laura Reagan at Milestone Physical Therapy.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, but you don't have to go through it alone. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you, answering your questions, creating a plan, helping you with the budget, taking care of the details. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you in some of the most difficult times of your life. Neighbors and friends ready to be there for you, to remember your loved one with caring and dignity. You don't have to shoulder it all. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you. Brown Funeral Chapel.
Inbound for Van Buren County, move to Scoggins as he gets knocked over and the ball comes out of his hands. A lot of action immediately out of the gate here, and a whistle stops the play. 4:12 to go here in the third quarter. 51-39 Pickett County lead in Van Buren County as Frady tries to thread the needle inside and is called for the offensive foul, picked up on the charge by Lyric Paris.
Yeah, absolutely. Put his body on the line for the team, drew the offensive foul. It's a great play right there. Drew the applause of the entire bench. They loved that play. Fans loved it. Riley, I loved it too.
Everyone loves a good charge. Taking charge, if you will. Under 4 minutes left, 12-point Pickett County lead as Amonette works off the screen in front of the foul line and rolls in the jumper like he's Manu Ginobili. 3:50 to go in the third. 53-39 lead for Pickett County as now they press and Lewis breaks it by running across half court. Holds it up top and moves it left wing. Gets it back out left for a three on the wing. Short of the rim, long rebound chased down by Frady, but stripped away by Paris. Paris starting to serve as the Energizer Bunny here. And now it's Amonette rolling up the left side to the lane. Under the basket, he's fouled by McCoy.
Yeah, Jacob Amonette taking it to the rack, not going to be denied. Got in there, got the defender up in the air, drew the contact. Very similar play that we saw before the timeout. You could see Coach Amonette talking after the timeout to the official. Thought Jacob drew an awfully lot of contact. No foul on the play. Got the call this time down the court.
Meanwhile, I'm noticing on the scoreboard that last bucket I don't think has been added yet, and there seems to be a 2 that was taken away from Van Buren County. And I think they're talking about it right now with the scorekeeper.
They absolutely are.
Should be 53-39 Pickett County.
Should be.
With foul shots coming up here for sophomore Jacob Amonette. Expected to be a big figure for the rest of his career here in Pickett County, and hopefully one day be in a position like his brothers to go play college basketball. So now 3:29 in the third, and Amonette's first free throw is cherry-picked. 54-39 the score with 3:29 left in the third quarter.
Looks like they may have took 2 points off the board there for Van Buren County.
Interesting.
Riley.
Wonder what earned that official call. 3:29 left, 54-37 Pickett County as the Bobcats get spotted 2 points deducted from Gryffindor. And now they lead by 18, 55-37 lead for Pickett County as they press and press hard. And now we see Wheeler break it, going up left side to Scoggins, who holds the ball against Burden, protecting him after he leapt up in the air. Left wing in front of the bench finds Lewis inside the arc. He heaves it back out front to Scoggins for an open three, and he knocks it down. Good shot there to make it 55-42. Pickett County up 13 with the ball and 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
I think they finally got the score right. They added the points back.
There we go.
Looks like the scoreboard's accurate at this point.
All right, 3 minutes left. Accurate score, 55-42 as Amonette slips it across court to Anderson, and he takes it up the lane. Sideline run, and he scores again and continues to churn and burn now with 10 points in 2:48 in the third. 57-42 Pickett County as Scoggins gets it out left. Driving in on the sideline. Floater is short. McCoy had the rebound, but it was tipped, and Anderson collects. Pickett County with the ball back up 15, 2:35 left in the third quarter. Amonette with a jump step, trying to get around 2 defenders. Saves it on the near corner. and then apparently stepped out of bounds. Turnover back to Van Buren County, and Eminette wondering, was that me?
Yeah, he looked over here wanting to see if we saw it. I didn't see his foot step out.
I didn't either.
Official had a pretty good look at it.
I think he's still trying to look over at us. Anyways, Lawson now set to inbound it right in front of us here on the top right corner. Looking for someone, finds Lewis, and Lewis saves it off the bump from Anderson as the ball tipped up ahead to Wheeler. What a lucky break. Lewis with it out right, throws it inside. Lawson trying to split it, but he gets wrapped up by Amonette, and they call a foul on Jacob Amonette for what looked like a pretty good grab to me. Maybe I'm just biased here. But I guess they call that one a reach-in foul by Jacob Amonette, and that is foul number 3 for Amonette as Caden Miller checks in for Lyric Paris after he did some nice work off the bench.
Yeah. Official didn't have the best look at that play right there. He's right behind it. Couldn't really tell what was going on. Tough break that time for Jacob.
Trigger left inbound, leads to the 3 by Lewis, but he scrapes the front of the rim before Lawson loses the rebound to Miller. 2:10 in the third, 57-42 Pickett County with the ball, up 15 as Amonette pulls right for a 3 and knocks it down! Oh mama, what a sweet saucy 3 from Jacob Amonette. 2 minutes left, 60-42 Pickett County, and their press is getting more punishing as they come up with a turnover. Slip it to Amonette, and he brings it up with an 18-point lead, a minute 50 in the third, faking the 3 ball, going with Wheeler, trying to spin him out of his shoes, and he gets knocked down over on the right wing before being stopped by Scoggins from falling to the ground with a foul.
They've ran this lead out to 18 points right here, playing with a lot of energy and emotion right here. Van Buren looking a little tired. We'll see what happens here last minute 45 here in the third quarter.
Certainly a lot to take in here as Miller throws it over and it's hooked around to Reagan up top. Reagan side pass over to the 3 on the right side, and it's a money ball for Dylan Anderson. Another one for 13 points by Anderson. 21-point lead for Pickett County, 63-42, and now Anderson tipping the inbound out of bounds again, serving the message. It is all Bobcats here tonight. A minute 29 in the third, 63-42 Pickett County over Van Buren County, trying to get to 2-0 on the season. As now we get a whistle to stop the clock as we have something that needs to be addressed here as the clock is moving now. Continuous clock. But the officials are going over to the scorer again to try and see what's up.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It looks like we've got a discrepancy on what the actual score is.
Another one?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on over at the table. Keep in mind, fans, that, you know, all those folks over at the table, they're not being paid a dime. They're volunteer folks. They're doing the absolute best that they can. Pickett County's got a score, not the official score. Home team provides the official score. Just looks like there may be some discrepancy right now in what the actual score is. And as you mentioned it, Riley, it looked like we had a little extra time run off the clock there as they buzzed the horn to try to get the game stopped so they could get the score corrected. We'll see if they are able to come back, figure out how much time to put on the clock as it shows a minute 20 here to go, third quarter.
A lot to take in right now. Everyone just trying to make sure we get this score right. Hopefully no one had any late night plans after this.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting one for stoppage time. Luckily, it's not like soccer where they just add it on at the end of regulation.
Absolutely. Pickett County's wanting to continue to keep this pressure up, figure out ways to continue to capitalize on turnovers, protect the basketball, get back on that bus and head back to Pickett County with the dub.
Meanwhile, Pickett County also doing the good adjustment of isolating Ethan McCoy from getting the looks he was getting in the first half. He's only shot the ball once here so far through the third quarter with a minute 20 left.
They've done a nice job at containing him, keeping the ball away from him, forcing the ball out further away from the paint. Didn't give him the easy looks that he got there in the first half. It certainly created some turnovers, made him a little more uncomfortable. Just hadn't had the opportunities and the looks that he had in the first half.
It's like Dennis Hopper's character said in Hoosiers, you got to squeeze them back and make them chuck it from the cheap seats. And so far they have, as Scoggins gets hard pressed and loses the ball. Turnover back to Amonette for Pickett County up 21. Minute 13 left. The step back 3 for Amonette is a heat check off the front rim. McCoy the rebound, outletting on the run up ahead. It's a spin on the left elbow to give it back to Scoggins, and now McCoy on the right block as the ball is tapped from behind for the reach-in foul by Dylan Anderson to stop the play. Another foul called here And that will be foul number 6 given away by Pickett County in the second half, which now gets set for an inbounds play. Floated in by Lewis up to Scoggins on the right wing. He gets the hand back. Under a minute to go, 21-point Pickett County lead in the third quarter. Passed over to the right edge. McCoy way out on the right edge, going under Miller. Step into the block, pulls up and misses, gets the rebound, throws it up and gets fouled. I thought there was an extra step there, but McCoy earns the charity stripe trip.
McCoy caught it out near the three-point line, just took his man one-on-one, got a shot up, missed the shot, was able to get the rebound, try to put it back up. Somebody hammered him right there on the arm.
Caden Miller, third foul.
Looks like he's actually probably benefiting right here from the stoppage in play. I'll tell you what, Riley, this Van Buren County team, they look a little tired.
Forward. After the first free throw goes, the second one doesn't, and it's a 20-point Pickett County lead with 42 seconds left as Amonette slowly dribbles it across the timeline. Amonette ready to engage with Scoggins on his right, keeping him on the dribble, spinning to the right, looking, spinning back to the left, trying to find something. Still dancing out in midcourt, taking him closer to the top of the arc, looking to try and find an answer, hands it off to Burden. Burden passes it back over to Amonette. Amonette spinning, going to the right edge, crosses back to the left in front of his dad with 16 seconds left.
See if they run clear out right here. Just let Jacob take it to the hole.
63-43 Pickett County. Amonette dancing with the ball against Scoggins, trying to break the 2-3 zone, passes out right. Here's Reagan pulling up at the foul line, and he drops one in. 65-43 lead with under a second. The shot by Lewis is late and not there. And through 3 quarters, it's Pickett County leading 65-43 as we got to see Amonette put on a nice dribbling display. Either way, folks, we got more action ahead of us as we are in the final stretch with a 22-point Pickett County lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the fourth quarter between the Bobcats and the Eagles on UC Sports Nation.
When your day-to-day work causes pain, when your daily exercise stops you cold, when picking up the groceries or your grandchild makes you ache, call Milestone. Milestone Physical Therapy improves lives. Milestone builds futures by finding the source of your pain. It's not about covering up the aches. It's about getting rid of them. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. 864-8090. Orthopedic care that improves your life. With over 20 years experience, see Laura Reagan at Milestone Physical Therapy.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, but you don't have to go through it alone. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you, answering your questions, creating a plan, helping you with the budget, taking care of the details. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you in some of the most difficult times of your life. Neighbors and friends ready to be there for you, to remember your loved one with caring and dignity. You don't have to shoulder it all. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you. Brown Funeral Chapel.
Final 8 minutes from tonight, right in front of us as Pickett County Bobcats lead 65-43, entering the final 8-minute period here at Van Buren County High School, trying to complete a perfect day for Pickett County basketball fans after the Lady Bobcats won by 49 points. We see Amonette float a fadeaway on the right baseline and get his hustle going with a nice strip of the net. 67-43 Pickett County as Scoggins lets a 3-ball loose and swirls it out of the rim. Rebound batted around the middle of the box in front of the basket for the floater by Grissom that goes nowhere but into Burton's hands. 7:30 in the fourth. 24-point Pickett County lead as Amonette moves up looking to create. On the right wing with Scoggins, gives it up to Burton out top. He drives into the right side to hand it on the sweep to Reagan, who pushes it out left to Anderson as he drives into the post, floats in the middle, and drops it down nicely. 26-point Pickett County lead, 69-43 for the Bobcats. 7:08 to go in the fourth quarter. At this point, Van Buren County's just looking for garbage time production, but they turn it over to Amonette, and he looks back, stops out right, takes the 3 off the front rim. Rebound Miller, moved out to Anderson. Anderson driving in the middle, passes off left. They slip it out to Burton. He fakes, moves it around to Reagan. Now to Amonette. Out to the corner on the right side, it's Anderson. Back to Amonette, right in front of the scores table as Amonette says, slow down, boys. 6:40 to go in the fourth. Amonette crossing right. Hesitation pass over to the right corner. Anderson running in, hands it out to Reagan, clears the paint. Pass out to the right block. Miller spins, goes up to the block, misses the fadeaway after a nice move.
Yeah, nice little spin move on the block there. He felt pressure, spun back to the middle, just wasn't able to finish it, but really nice play.
6:20 to go, 69-43 lead, and the shot is ruled fair and in play as the foul comes. I don't know what exactly is going on here, but this officiating crew has earned some puzzling looks here tonight, as it actually looks like they will not call it a continuation.
Okay, I really don't get that one right there.
I don't either.
You know.
Free throw up for Scoggins. Bricks off the back attachment.
Pickett County caught a break right there. If it's 2 shots, the basket should have been good. I'm not sure what the official saw on that one.
Me neither, but Caden Miller checks out for Pickett County, and that second free throw drops in as we see Lyric Paris sub back into the contest. Him and Anderson providing some nice minutes here off the bench. A lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. Really showing you just how good this young new team looks together as Amonette gets out right corner to run to the inside elbow. Pass out right to Reagan for a 3 on the top. Too strong. Rebound jumped into by Paris and fed out to Amonette as he drives in the left elbow. No looks it in. It's swept out. Anderson lets it go. And he misses the 3 off the left rim, but it's an offensive rebound. Move back out front to Amonette. Pickett County getting their choices here as Burton lets a 3-ball go and hits it from the far left wing. 72-44 lead for Pickett County. 5:40 to go in the fourth quarter. The handoff. Now the step back. Moved around to the left side. In the corner, the bounce goes in between. Served to the high post. Stripping and saving the ball underneath. There's a travel call. That call made against number 22, Kaysen Sullivan. So now Amonette dribbles the ball up after getting the inbound from Burden. 5:24 to go in the fourth. 72-44 lead for Pickett County. And the Bobcats just prodding against this 3-2 zone, feeding the beast down low, and Paris gets the slip in for the score.
Nice, right there. Good cut. Lyric Paris able to finish. Bobcats up 30-piece.
And now a steal. Anderson in the open court. Bumping and slowing it down. Moves it out to the right side for Amonette as a 30-point lead stands up top for Pickett County with under 5 minutes left in what's been a dominant night for both squads out of Byrdstown. Amonette going right. Hesitation move, spinning, stripping, splitting it, passing across court to Burton. He lets the 3 go. It's short. Rebound tapped by Paris for an over-the-back foul. With 4:43 left in the fourth of a 30-point blowout for Pickett County. That is the 4th foul called against, no, they mismarked it. That shouldn't be Caden Miller called for the foul. That should be Lyric Paris. Someone's got to check with the score. They thought it was Miller who committed that.
Yeah, you can tell it's early in the season for the scores table, the officials. It's a little clunkiness tonight in
there
the
we
execution of the game, administration of some of the game. They're going to get it right here, though.
Oh, yeah.
Early in the season, we got subs coming into the game.
And now Ethan McCoy standing at the free throw line after the foul was correctly marked to Lyric Paris. That is his 4th. 4:43 in the fourth, and the free throw swirls in for Mr. McCoy as you see Amonette maybe bumping Kaysen Sullivan into the chest of McCoy, who took a little offense to it, but just call it the spirit of the game. 4:43 to go. We knew this one was going to be a battle, but Pickett County has answered the bell with every single blow. 74-45 lead for Pickett County as McCoy's second free throw is too hard. And now we see a whistle as Paris went up for the rebound on the right block. What do we have here? We see Ransom Lowry walking back the other way with his arms extended. I guess he was blamed for something.
I don't know. Nothing got reported to the scores table. I think he just wanted to go have a chat with him, let him know, hey, I saw something on that play. I want you guys to cut it out. Pretty good piece of officiating if that's what happened.
All right. 4:33 to go in the fourth. 74-45 lead for Pickett County as Amonette bounces it to Miller. Miller playing with 4 fouls, moves it over to the right side for the catch by Caden Thomas. Guarded outright by Sullivan. Throws it back off the logo to Miller. Now to Amonette in front of the scores table. Pickett County can just take their time with this one. The crossover. Amonette still out there with Scoggins. Throws it up to the top. Miller looking around. Pitches it off his low leg over to the right side. Thomas running with it. Looking around, finds Amonette on the right edge in front of the Pickett County bench. Just slowly dribbling around with 4 minutes left in this game, up 29 points. Crossing his man Scoggins, bumped on the hedge. Tries to split the defense, looks out left, finds Mr. Gage. And now we see the spin Harris trying to find someone, finds Ammonette right corner, and he flutters home a three, kisses it goodnight. 3:43 to go, 77-45 Pickett County, and Scoggins only dribbling across half court to look out left to Sullivan. Crossover, Sullivan down the left block, cut off by Miller, back out front. Ball protected by Ransom Lowry, another guy who did not play much tonight, feeding it over to Frady, a senior wing player who bounced it around Harris before the ball's tipped and then served out to the Van Buren County bench for a turnover.
Nice play that time by number 21, Caden Thomas. Ball was going to go out of bounds, slung it behind his back off a Van Buren player, got the turnover. Bobcats up 32 with 3:15 left to go here, fourth quarter.
Just over 3 minutes left. 77-45 Pickett County lead as the Bobcats move the ball out to the right side. Pushed over to Lyric Paris, back in. He feeds it out right. Eli Reagan handling it. Over and in to number 32, Will Spears, the 6'4 freshman, getting his first taste of action tonight. Paris, a couple of high wing switches on these passes, and Reagan now ready to run and pass it over to Paris with under 3 minutes left, up 32. Hooked back out to Reagan, right corner with Scoggins. He takes it up to the right wing, just wanting to wear down this Van Buren County team to try and get an opening. They just keep passing it around at this point. It's just a game of keep away. As you see Gage Harris with the head fake, slipping back, trying to keep Mr. Lawson out of his way. And the Pickett County team just happy and content to let the clock drain here as they finally get a whistle on the play. Lyric Paris getting fouled on that play by Mr. Ransom Lowry.
Yeah, big hand right here. Got a wholesale substitutions coming in for Pickett County. Pickett County faithful over here giving them a big round of applause as they're up 32 in this game on the road. Tough environment to play. This Pickett County team, they're fun to watch.
They made it look easy, didn't they? Absolutely dominant showing on both ends as now Gavin Daniels gets into the game and inbounds it to fellow freshman Brady Evans. So the young guys getting a spot here to try and play with 2 minutes left as you see a whistle and a turnover out of the hands of what looks like number 35, also new to the contest, Dante Paris. Must be related to Lyric. 2:15 left in this game, 77-45 lead. Van Buren County trying to cut into it a little bit as that three from the corner is pecked in by Lowry to make it an under 30 ball game. How shocking and scary. 2 minutes left, 77-48 lead for Pickett County. As you see the big, tall 6'4 freshman get bodied up and throw it out to the corner. Pickett County moving the ball around as it's tipped and then saved and then tipped out in front of the scorer's table. Okay.
Little sloppy play right here. Got our subs in, Pickett County does. You mentioned it, 32, Michael Spears. Big, tall kid. Let's see when he gets some minutes right here. Let's see what he can do.
Let's see if the ball can find him first. Gavin Daniels getting one tipped, but saves it. Now guarded by last year's 3A region MVP. Thrown across court for the jumping turnover by Mr. Frady. Ball back to Van Buren County, and Scoggins going back to Frady. Wanted to reward him for his effort with a three, but he's short on it as the rebound is tapped and taken down by Daniels.
Gavin Daniels, big rebound that time. Love when Gavin gets in the game. I see him every time I go up to the gym at Pickett County. He's staying after, getting in some shots, working on free throws, working on his game. I'm excited he's in the game right here, getting some minutes.
Bobcats keep switching it around as now the ball is swung over to the left side for the jump, and Dante Paris loses it as it's turned over into Lowry's hands. Under a minute left, 77-48 lead for Pickett County on their way to a 2-0 start to this new season as that jumper's topped off, and it rolls in with a nice touch off the hand of Cason Sullivan. Case in point, he's got a nice hand. 45 seconds left here, and Pickett County just wanting to take as much time down off the clock while Van Buren County's got a few subs waiting. Ready to press and press. Van Buren County looking to steal the ball away again. Trying to take advantage of the garbage time minutes for these young Pickett County players. As Paris throws it off of one of the defenders, but it looks like it went out. As Dante Paris did not clear it out off of the body of someone. Or did he? Yes, he did. Good job there, Dante. Brady Evans with the ball. Thrown back to Brady. He hooks it over. The three on the left side is blocked out of the hand of Jay Saltines. And here comes the runaway. Ball saved under the basket from Cason Shadrick as the subs are out in full force with 10 seconds left. Here's the runaway. Daniels on the other end is fouled hard as he's knocked down on the floor by Bryson Mooneyham. And Mooneyham just shrugging his shoulders like, what am I supposed to do, Coach?
You know, TSSAA football playoffs were last night.
Hey,
Riley, that was looked like a 1st and 10 right there. Gavin Daniels running the court. He gets rewarded. Love to see Gavin go to the free throw line right here. Let's see if he can knock down a free throw.
And he does.
Absolutely. His points on the board. That extra work after practice paying off.
78-50 Pickett County with 7.5 seconds left from victory. And Daniels goes 2 for 2 at the line. Good to see him after he got knocked down too. 79-50 score, 4 seconds left. Ball whipped from Shadrick to the top. Pressed in. DeLong couldn't get anywhere but passing it off to number 33, Jack Palkin. And that is a ball game. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll try and wrap up this dominant performance by the Pickett County Bobcats as they win by 29 on the road to improve to 2-0 on the season. We'll be back with the postgame show right after this.
You're the get-it-done kind of guy. Task to do? Finish it. So you need solutions. Stover's is your solution. A store full of options to get the job done. A little bit of everything. Perfect for the cost-conscious DIYer or contractor. Stover's will save you money because Stover's buys in bulk. They find deals. They find closeouts. Tile, laminate, lighting, plumbing, hardwood, landscaping. Make Stover's the first step for solutions. West Broad Street, Cookeville.
Stover's, your anything and everything store.
117 years of serving the Upper Cumberland. Not many businesses can say that. Union Bank can, and yet Union Bank keeps changing to meet the needs of today. Mobile banking, text banking, you pay bills, Union Bank makes your life easier. And when you want to dream a new home, a new business, new car, local people sit down with you to make it happen. Union Bank, Highway 111 Birdstown, also Jamestown and Clark Range. Years of service, modern tools to be your bank. Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Riley Chestnut, Casey Bolden sitting here on the side of the Eagles' den, where tonight the Pickett County Bobcats and the Lady Bobcats both make some serious statements, with the Bobcats and the men's team coming up aces in a 79-50 win.
You know, I just had a fan come by, Riley, and their takeaway was, hey, this is a really fun team to watch. I absolutely agree. They really put on a show for the fans tonight. I really love the energy that the Bobcats played with tonight. They laid it all out on the line. We talked about it pregame. This team has got a lot of chemistry. They don't have a whole lot of experience, but the experience they do have, those seniors that have been added to the team this year, Anderson and Payne Burton, love the minutes that they gave tonight. Really complimented the team nicely. Defensively, I can't say enough about how much energy and intensity they brought tonight. Created a lot of turnovers, came down, was really patient offensively, shared the basketball, got a lot of easy looks, got a lot of great passes inside, got a lot of great defensive effort. Also, when you think about it, Riley, had a couple of big offensive fouls, changed the complexion of the game, really changed the momentum. Once Pickett County was able to run that lead out to double digits, there was no looking back. Fantastic job by the Bobcats tonight. Hey, Coach Amonette's got himself a ball club. It's going to be a fun season right here on UC Sports Nation with Pickett County.
I mean, you said it. This is a young team. But when you have guys like Anderson and Burden, especially Anderson as a senior going out and making all of those extra hard-working plays, it just feeds into the younger guys, right?
Yeah, he's going to be a leader for this team. I could see it tonight. He really stepped up. While he's new to the program, he's a veteran guy. He's got a little more maturity. He told them a couple of times, hey, guys, get on my back. Let's ride this thing out, and let's ride it on the bus all the way back to Pickett County with that W.
We'll take another break, and we'll continue on. Give us our final thoughts and maybe take one last look around UC Sports Nation tonight, as we will be back with more action, at least in terms of chatter, after this break.
Pickett County Bobcats basketball. Today's game sponsored by Brown's Funeral Chapel. Brown's stands beside you at those difficult moments of life. Count on Brown's Funeral Chapel. By Union Bank, serving Birdstown, Jamestown, and Clark Range, serving the neighbors of our hometown. Member FDIC. And by Milestone Physical Therapy, orthopedic care that improves your life. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. Milestone.
117 years of serving the Upper Cumberland. Not many businesses can say that. Union Bank can, and yet Union Bank keeps changing to meet the needs of today. Mobile banking, text banking, you pay bills, Union Bank makes your life easier. And when you want to dream a new home, a new business, new car, local people sit down with you to make it happen. Union Bank, Highway 111 Birdstown, also Jamestown and Clark Range. Years of service, modern tools to be your bank. Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Most insurance ads end at competitive rates, as if that's all that matters. As your local professional insurance agent, that's just where Kiesling Insurance begins. When it comes to insuring your home, your car, or your business, Kiesling Insurance offers you personalized service and advice, along with a choice of companies to fit your needs. And yes, competitive rates too. When you need insurance, call them, or be sure and contact the team at Kiesling Insurance or visit them online at KieslingINS.com for details about life, home, auto, or business.
When your day-to-day work causes pain, when your daily exercise stops you cold, when picking up the groceries or your grandchild makes you ache, call Milestone. Milestone Physical Therapy improves lives. Milestone builds futures by finding the source of your pain. It's not about covering up the aches, it's about getting rid of them. Call 864-8090 for an appointment. 864-8090. Orthopedic care that improves your life. With over 20 years' experience, see Laura Reagan at Milestone Physical Therapy.
You're the get-it-done kind of guy. Task to do? Finish it. So you need solutions. Stover's is your solution. A store full of options to get the job done. A little bit of everything. Perfect for the cost-conscious DIYer or contractor. Stover's will save you money because Stover's buys in bulk. They find deals. They find closeouts. Tile, laminate, lighting, plumbing, hardwood, landscaping. Make Stover's the first step for solutions. West Broad Street, Cookeville.
Stover's, your anything and everything store.
Now, the Union Bank Postgame Report. Proud to serve Birdstown with modern tools to make banking easier. Union Bank.
Welcome back out here where the postgame is a happy one for Pickett County fans as both the men and women dominate Van Buren County to get a perfect Saturday night in order. And we got more action around the UC Sports Nation, so why don't we go to Casey with some updates?
Absolutely, Riley. UC Sports Nation scoreboard. We'll start out on the girls' side of action. A lot of games in progress or finished up already tonight. A lot of teams double headers tonight, played 2 games. We'll start out with Stone Memorial. They played Jefferson County this afternoon. Jefferson County takes down Stone Memorial. Final score, Jefferson County 53. Stone Memorial 47. Game number 2, Stone Memorial bounces back, takes down Morristown West 44-41. Bradley Central over Warren County 54-35. Monterey picked up a big win this afternoon over Macon County. Final score, Monterey 51, Macon County 48. Earlier tonight, Van Buren County over Soddy Daisy. Final score, Van Buren 63, Soddy Daisy 59. Earlier this afternoon, Livingston, a doubleheader. Girls played early. They took down Hendersonville, Hawkeye 62, Hendersonville 52. In the second match, Livingston Academy pairs off against Clark Range at probably a heck of a basketball game. Final score, Livingston Academy 41, Clark Range 37. Gordonsville tonight, winners over East Robertson. Final score, Gordonsville 45, East Robertson 38. White County tonight, winners at home. They take down Sevier County. Final score, White County Warriorettes 68, Sevier County 60. They played 2, Riley. They took on Tullahoma in game number 2. They took them down tonight. Final score, Warriorettes 52, Tullahoma 49. Finally, on the girls' side, Macon County over Trousdale County. Final score, 48-41. Over on the boys' action, Stone Memorial went east this morning, took down a pretty good Science Hill team. Final score, Stone Memorial 70, Science Hill 51. Earlier tonight, Van Buren County over Soddy Daisy. Final score, Eagles 78, Soddy Daisy 67. Final, Smith County tonight over Clark Range. Final score, Smith County 59, Clark Range 41. Livingston this afternoon, they took down Whitwell. Final score, Hawkeye 78, Whitwell 43. Hendersonville this afternoon over Smith County. Final score, Hendersonville 72, Smith County 34. We've got a final down in White County. White County 60, Tullahoma 37. That big monster jam we talked about earlier. Japheth Richmond from Trip Pinion off the backboard. That's on the top 10 highlight reel, no doubt. Absolutely phenomenal play. And finally, Riley, scores of interest from the SEC with 2:44 to go, third quarter. South Carolina 42. Excuse me, Tennessee 31. That's the UC Sports Nation scoreboard. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Why don't we take another break, and when we come back, we will have final thoughts and wrap-up in what is a nice 79-50 win for the Pickett County men's basketball team, and after that 86-37 win for the Pickett County women's basketball team over Van Buren County. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Bobcats basketball continues. This is the Union Bank Postgame Report. Union Bank, Byrdstown, Jamestown, Clark Range. Member FDIC.
Livingston Regional Hospital wants to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Livingston Regional is thankful for the community in which we serve.
Keeping your family healthy.
Delivering the best health care possible.
Today, when there are so many options available, Livingston Regional says thank you today and in the new year. You can trust Livingston Regional's experienced team of doctors, nurses, and specialists to keep your family healthy. Livingston Regional Hospital. Visit mylivingstonhospital.com. Today, your health, your home.
Time is money, and if your car's transmission is out of sorts, if your heating and cooling system is on the fritz, if your car will not start, it's costing you time. Pryor's Auto Spot gets it repaired. Work done right, on time, and that puts money back in your pocket. And Pryor's has tires to keep you running. No need to go anywhere else. Pryor's Auto Spot, 8410 Highway 111. Save time. Schedule your repair job at pryorsautospot.com. Getting your vehicle repaired. Pryor's.
117 years of serving the Upper Cumberland. Not many businesses can say that. Union Bank can, and yet Union Bank keeps changing to meet the needs of today. Mobile banking, text banking, you pay bills, Union Bank makes your life easier. And when you want to dream a new home, a new business, new car, local people sit down with you to make it happen. Union Bank, Highway 111 Byrdstown, also Jamestown and Clark Range. Years of service, modern tools to be your bank. Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, but you don't have to go through it alone. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you, answering your questions, creating a plan, helping you with the budget, taking care of the details. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you in some of the most difficult times of your life. Neighbors and friends ready to be there for you, to remember your loved one with caring and dignity. You don't have to shoulder it all. Brown Funeral Chapel stands beside you. Brown Funeral Chapel.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, final thoughts here. Casey, what did you think?
Well, let's talk girls first, Riley. A dominant performance by the Lady Bobcats. They had a lot of players step into new roles. They're a young bunch, but they had a lot of intensity tonight. Love the ability to pressure full court. They turned over Van Buren a lot tonight, and that created a lot of easy chance opportunities. They capitalized. Running clock in the fourth quarter. Just a phenomenal night for the Lady Bobcats from Pickett County. Several players really stepped up tonight. Those that really impressed me most, Kaylee Tompkins had a huge night tonight. Really impressed with her off-season work, her ability to go right. Callie Reeder's footwork down low looked really good. Emmy Lowe coming off that injury. Looked like she had some big minutes tonight. Really like Zoe Nicholas tonight as well. Came in, provided some lift for the team early. Allie Amonette, obviously she's going to be a staple night in and night out. Played some great defense. Ella Kate Kiesling as well. Came in, really held Bolden tonight. Really held her down. Probably way below what she's going to average this season. It was a complete team effort by the Lady Bobcats tonight. Love the energy. Love all the players that were able to get in. Got great minutes. It's a tough place to play. They came in. They made it look easy. They're going to go home. They're going to have a great rest of the weekend.
I'm there with you. Every word, every sentence, exact same feeling. So, folks, that'll wrap things up here for our first official broadcast of the year. I thank you so much for tuning in to UC Sports Nation. And on behalf of my partner, Casey Bolden, This has been a phenomenal day for Pickett County basketball as the women take down the Eaglettes 86-37, and then right after that, the men top it off with a 79-50 road win. Women now, the Lady Bob to start their season as they get ready to come home next Tuesday for their first home bout in Byrdstown against Scott County. Everybody, take care, drive safe, and get home safe and stay warm. From the Eagles' Den, final score, 86-37 women and 79-50 Bobcat men. Take care, everybody.